It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Like, not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
You're Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese. Is vegan. That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb and the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday night, and it is Nukkle HeDD Comics, and we got Ray back in the building. We got Cap in the building. We got toe tags in the building. And today we're going to have a topic that I don't think anybody's ready for. We're going to let some imagination run wild. I saw Taquan's message pop up. I didn't read it yet. I just want to start off by saying, fuck you, bro. I don't know what he says, but fuck you.
Damn.
Don't needs to realize no one gives a fuck about him on this show. Jesus. Also, Ray sucks. Yo, you know something, Taquan? Eat a fat one, all right?
I was thinking for like a second. I was like, oh, cool. Taquan's not coming at me. 2 seconds later. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Damn.
It's all right. He a punk. He a punk anyway. My man goes to Roscoe's Chicken Waffles, buys a hamburger. Yo, just real quick, for anybody that doesn't know, we got my man Lay in the building with his fashionably on-time late entrance. We gotta play this song for him. What's going on, Lay?
What's up, brother?
Yo.
There we go.
Cap is the only one you respect. Well, good for you. Now go suck a dick.
Hey, you don't treat him like that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
he
cool.
respects Lay too. There you go.
Yeah.
What's with
Yo,
the
Fuck your life!
Oh, shit.
So what's going on, guys? I know, Cap, you said you had a question of the day earlier?
No, I have some news.
Okay, yes.
We don't have a question of the day.
All right. So I spoke, well, me and Ray spoke to Bad Blood yesterday, and he got an early screening of the Flash movie.
Yep.
And he suggested that we go watch it. And he was saying that there's like 15 different ways they can put a different guy in there as the Flash. Now, I want to know, is it definitive that it is going to be the Flash in part 2 if they make a part 2?
So, nothing in this life is definitive when it comes to comic book movies, as you'll hear with the story that I have. But the director, Andy Muschietti, said definitely if a sequel gets greenlit, Ezra Miller is his Flash.
Bless you.
Plus,
Yeah, I know you're allergic to the BS. I know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that's what the director said. The director would like for Ezra to still continue as the Flash if he gets a sequel.
Okay.
But again, nothing is set in stone.
So I would like to continue my stance of fuck the Flash. I'm not watching it.
I actually just got my ticket, so I'll be seeing it Thursday.
Hey, enjoy. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Every review I've seen has that little caveat, like all of the stuff they did outside. Forget about it for a second. Let's just talk about what the movie did, and then they give the review. So,
yeah, I'm still just calling it. It's a Batman movie at this point. That's how we're gonna get through it somewhat.
I have no idea, Taquan. That's a good question. Does Ezra Miller got gay orgy pics of Hollywood producers? How is this nigga still around? Meanwhile, the fucking Kang allegations are thrown around, and the world wants to throw him in the biggest, baddest hole in the prison.
well, it's also happening to where the hell is Cabs when we need him to pronounce his name? But the guy who plays Namor.
Oh
Namor.
yeah,
I saw that yesterday. I mean, today, earlier today, I was like, what?
You know what's crazy? And I think I might just clip this part. Well, let me put up the graphic before anybody else. I might just clip this part and put it out there, and I want this shit to go viral. But what we're learning from comic books nowadays, or at least comic book movies nowadays, if you're gonna do something illegal, fucking horrible, do it. It's better to do it, to physically do it, than to have allegations of someone doing it. Because guess what? If you actually do it, it doesn't matter. But if someone says you did it, even though you didn't, it's a big problem. Because we're living in a world now where all people need to do is say you did something, and now everyone goes batshit crazy and kicks you out of the fucking club if you're black. So, I mean, we're also learning the color of our skin really matters when it comes to being a horrible fucking person. Because my man got in a taxi and he's no longer in Disney. And my man coerced a fucking teenager, fucking swings a gun in China, kidnaps people, does some other crazy shit, and he's back for part 2, baby. Now we're fucking learning. So fuck you.
Let's not encourage to do crimes though.
I mean, if Kang can get away with it, like let's say he really does beat the shit out of the next woman he sees, they might hire him back. Let's say Namor does rape somebody, he might be back.
Like, I mean, if you're going off this whatever the fuck the dude's name is, I don't care. That dude. If we're going literally off what he's done, then it's accurate. Like that should be literally what happens the next time. But the problem is, it's completely not right now. Ezra Miller kidnapped somebody, was grooming the young lady, right? Then he had weapons on a farm somewhere where he started a cult-like following. And all is forgiven, apparently. But 2 allegations are shot for. Oh, by the way, and apparently Marvel has a problem when they get a good villain, they have to get rid of them. It's the weirdest thing ever. Except for Josh Brolin and this thing, they get other good villains in other phases. Like, now we can't keep them. we gotta get rid of them. And yeah, I agree. Ezra Miller is white as it's probably sheet of paper, so that doesn't look like it's what it is, because the other gentleman is Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Jonathan Majors is clearly African American. So, I mean,
It's
you don't want to
it's
agree with it, but
it,
it's
it's
fucking,
either,
it's obvious as fuck.
yeah,
Like,
yo,
at this point,
it's either he's white or let me put this back up. He's fucking reached the final level of gay. Like he's gayer than shit, bro, because it's like what's preventing him from suffering some kind of fucking consequence for action? Is it because he's a white man or is it because he's a shim or some shit? Because he changed and he's no longer a fucking pedestrian. Now he's an object or something. He's a fucking pronoun instead of for a noun now. That this fucking guy can't
I'm
suffer
gonna go with
consequences.
pure,
The law.
I'm going to pure fact as always is in this country and most of this world is that he's white. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm not gonna throw any sexual orientation into it because a lot of times once they or whatever pronoun fits you or something, they get victimized really fast. Like had Jonathan Majors been gay and that happened, or the other gentleman had been gay and that happened, it would have been over. But because he's white, he's pretty safe. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they're finding excuses like, oh, he did a great job in the movie. So did the other two guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jonathan Majors is a great actor. The other gentleman pulled it off great. And for anybody who's hearing what I'm saying, the other gentleman, I don't know the individual's name. I'm just gonna go by, you know what I'm seeing when I've seen in the movie, and I've seen him in his interviews. I didn't see anything of ill will. So, you know, if anybody has a problem with that, the thing you can do is turn around and literally fuck your own face because I don't care.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But in all honesty, Toe is not wrong from an optic point of view. If you look at it from outside looking in or inside looking in, you're like, okay, there's allegations and they were getting ready to get rid of this guy's. Then the other side, and we have to understand how the DCU is working now and how MCU has always worked. Even Disney, Gina Carano said something and they got rid of her like that. She made a comment about the Holocaust, I believe. And in no time, they were like, well,
This one's
no
down.
more millions for you. You know what I mean? So Disney has that thing of getting rid of anything that could even slightly seem to alter the way they look, even though Walt Disney was a known racist and drunk and all that. But whatever, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's if it affects their money, that's it. They're done.
Yeah, but the thing is, it does look like Miller is skating by unless we all know that the courts take so long to do something. You know what I mean? But the media isn't as bad to him, it seems, than it is to the other two, to the two gentlemen, Jonathan Majors and Jesus Christ, I gotta find that dude's name. I feel so fucking bad. I get his name correct.
Yeah. I know what his name is, but I can't pronounce it.
Technoch Harata.
Herrera.
Yeah, I can't fucking read.
That's right. So, and the Techno Viking. Then
Herrera.
Herrera?
Huerta. Sorry, Tenoch Huerta.
Okay. So, Puerta, whatever his name is. The point is, I mean, it just really seems that way. You know what I mean?
This fucking guy.
Huerta. Oh, it's like the fighter, so like Roger Huerta.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, great fighter. I don't know how he failed. Had to look too. She was weird, but yeah, it honestly looks like there's a crazy double standard. You know what I mean? I mean, the man kidnapped and was ready grooming a girl, and then had like a cult thing going. They had weapons and all that. He felt threatened. I go, well, if he kidnapped somebody, pretty sure somebody's looking for that person.
Yeah. And you know something? And you know something? Hold on, let me put this shit back up. Listen, I'm getting tired of this shit of this whole mental health issue shit. You know, like, because if they can be like, oh, he has mental health issues or he's fucking stupid or whatever the case may be, we got to give him a break. Fuck you. You're telling me that fucking aggravation isn't a fucking a mental health issue neither? There's a lot of people walking around with anger issues. But they're not developing cults, course, and little fucking girls waving people's guns around, kidnapping people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on with this shit.
Yeah, that still doesn't excuse a crime.
It's not an excuse. Yeah.
Like, there's no way. No legal system is going to be like, well, his mental state. Okay, so then you send him to a psych ward. You don't let him be scot-free.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
Like that's still not an excuse to be like, you know what? Yeah, it's okay. Like, no, that's not how this works. That shouldn't be how it works. But
he was in some kind of mindset to kidnap the girl and groom her. You don't do that shit so easily. You know what I
Word.
mean? And you don't start stockpiling guns. Like you don't do that shit off your rocker. You're like, yo, you gotta know somebody somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And buy the property to do it on. I mean, this is a real estate deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of excuses, but not to the other two. You know,
Yeah.
which is, even though the one lady that had thing with Majors retracted her thing, a bunch of other women, I guess, decided to come forward.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that they're planting this shit on these people. I like, yo, listen, let me put this shit back up because this is 100% me. Like, yo, this right here there's no facts based on this.
Oh, before you start, can I like come back at 10 or some shit?
No, look, there's no facts based on this, but I'm just gonna fucking say it how I feel. It's like, what are we in phase 5?
Yeah.
They said phase 5, the niggas is out, and the Puerto Ricans the Spanish people's out. They starting to represent every other race. Get them. Like, cause yo, bro, it's crazy how my man Jonathan Mayers became Kang. He became one of the highest actors in the world. He did Creed 3, and they said get the bitches on him. And now 40 bitches was beat by this man in the last 5 years. And then now all of a sudden, Namar, yo, he might come back. He might be an actual big role. And yo, Spanish people around the time of the fucking Puerto Rican, festival and all that other shit. Get the bitches on him too. Now he's fucking molesting people and all this other taking advantage of shit. Like, yeah, it can't be a fucking coincidence. Not every single fucking person is a goddamn predator. Like, holy shit. Ain't that some shit? They did it to Bill Cosby. They're doing it to fucking Adrian May. Like, I'm talking about the situation. I'm talking about the situation. They're setting him up.
Yo, that
but
was,
a lot.
That was decades of rapes. That was
but I'm just saying, like,
he actually
all these
did
allegations are the fucking same. All these allegations are the same. It's not like they said that fucking NuKKle HeDDs was a fucking a cult leader that had 27 kids fucking kill him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this is some crazy shit going on here. Like look, even Kevin Spacey's gay. Like, when he does some shit, he's gay all of a sudden, and it's fine. You don't see Kevin Spacey anywhere on the news. But Tiger Woods, he slept with 3 white women, put him in jail, take away his sponsors, and he can't play golf no more.
Did you just name this dude after a hot sauce?
Yo, bro, I can't pronounce.
I heard am I the one that heard that? I was like, did you say a hot sauce?
Yeah, man, because he's hot in the streets.
No, I just wanted to make sure I caught all of that racism at once.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because that's another type of fucking Spanish.
Like Cosby and Spacey and anybody like that is way different. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're going for.
Yeah.
I get it. Your examples might have been way off. But I get it. Like Cosby was probably not the best one to go with.
Yeah, this did not help your point, bro. Like, this is
Weinstein is if Weinstein is one of those dudes, I would have loved to get to a cage with him in 5 minutes, man. Never make cage. Weinstein, Epstein. You remember all these Epsteins, right? You know these Epsteins? Weinstein, Epstein. You see the common denominator? You know what it is there?
Mm-hmm.
If it ends in Steen, there might be an issue.
Yeah, Steens, man. Steens, man.
Yeah. If it ends in steam, you might be a rapist.
I did say that now. Oh my god.
Yo, all the Steens.
Come on out, you rapist!
And on that note, this episode's about to get us just
good episode. Have a good one.
Yo, by the way, guys, if you just want to skip to the part where we actually talk about the topic, we'll go about 2 hours ahead. We usually start this shit at about 10:30. If you're listening.
No, bro, that's the only good Steen. Kevin Steen. No. It has to end with the IEN. That's how we know it's bad. Like, Kevin Steen's good. Kevin Steen's good.
You, Kofi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody have the question of the day? Let's just segue right into it.
Well, Cap has news.
Yes.
Is it friendlier than when we just spoke about Cap?
Yeah.
There's no way to segue. Just go, man. Just go.
It's just
Yeah,
like,
segue
just
from
gotta
that.
keep going.
Let's go,
yeah.
bro.
So,
Now to the news.
yeah. In other news, Disney has shook up its fucking release schedule again. So Bob Iger came in and he just really turned around and hit the fucking brakes on everything Marvel was doing. So now we're having a whole bunch of changes, starting with something good. Deadpool 3 is now, instead of being November 8th, 2024, it's moved up to May 3rd, 2024.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we get Deadpool 3 sooner. But Captain America, Brave New World gets moved back into August. The Thunderbolts get moved back into December.
The same year, by the way. The same year.
Yeah, in 2024. All this is next year.
Yeah, there you go.
The only movie we have left is the Marvels in this year.
And that's still in November.
Yes. So Blade gets pushed back. Blade is no longer going to be in February. And the Fantastic Four has slipped down to May. So Blade is moving to February in 2025. Fantastic Four moved down to May. The next Avengers movie goes from... so the Avengers movie, the Kang Dynasty, actually moves up. Oh, no, sorry, moves back from May 2nd, 2025 to May 1st, 2026.
Jesus Christ.
And then Secret Wars moves to May 7th, 2027.
And all those movies were supposed to be this year.
All those movies are supposed to culminate in 2025.
And now they got just pushed back. Did they give a reasoning, or is it basically just because of the writer's strike as well?
Well, part of it is the writer's strike.
Okay.
And part of it is just Marvel's attempt to. So the big thing that Bob Iger, the guy who was the CEO, then left and then came back, part of his reasoning on why Marvel and like Star Wars and all that hasn't been hitting lately and nobody's responding to it is because it was a rush to put out content and it wasn't quality. So now he's legit giving them time to make quality products again. They're no longer under a demand to get as much content out as possible. They just want the best content when they can do it.
So this is their attempt to give time for it to actually be developed properly, in a sense.
Yes.
So what you said his name was Eric Iser?
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger went into the police station, posed as a policeman, and said, "What do you think about the P2020?" And they said, "We think the P2020 is a piece of shit." So what would you do? Bring back the P92? Fuck it, everybody's getting the P92.
Sure.
If you don't get the movie reference, that's Blue Street.
Yeah.
And I knew Lay understood.
Once you said it, I was like, "Yep."
Because that's what it kind of sounded like to me. He just went in there and said, "What's the problem? You need more time to make movies? You get more time. You get more time. You get more time. Are you done? Yes. You."
It's funny because for movies like Blade, it's very necessary because everything, all the reports we read about it is that it does need time, and there was conflict between the actor and the writers. You know what I mean? There was that problem with the script, and the fact that Deadpool moved up lets us know how far along that movie already is. They're on something like, we can drop that shit whenever we want. Because apparently Hugh Jackman's in London filming now. He arrived yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. So the word on the X-Men is they can't even start official casting until 2025 based on the agreement they had when they bought or when they got the rights back from Fox. So if they do anything with the X-Men before 2025, it has to be with any members of the cast that Fox has had.
Wait, we're talking about the animated series here.
No, we're talking about the X-Men movies.
No, he was talking about the animated series.
Oh, the animated, the Disney Plus shows are fine as far as I know. They're not.
It's just anything film related that they have to.
Yeah, it's so far only impacting the film relations.
Okay,
Now,
so wait,
the writer's strike is a different thing. That might cause delays on the TV side, but this was specifically they pushed back all their dates for their movies schedule.
okay,
Yeah.
so wait, let's talk about this deal. Which characters do they have to use? The ones from the new,
They have to use
or any?
anybody who was cast in an X-Men film, be it James Marsden as Cyclops
Yeah.
or the new Cyclops from
Okay,
fucking First
so
Class.
if they were in the X-Men movie before, they need to be in the new one before 2025.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why. So it was a blessing and a curse in this sense. The reason Patrick Stewart came back as Professor X is because
he was
they had to use him. But if you were going to do a Professor X in Marvel, Patrick Stewart's the best choice. Now, Wolverine, they could change Wolverine, but they have to use Hugh Jackman. So again, it's a blessing and a curse because they can't change from Hugh Jackman yet, but we get Hugh Jackman in an actual MCU fucking property.
Yeah.
So it's a
That's right.
So what if they
yeah.
what if they made a new, like, they made an X-Men movie, but they used people like mutants that weren't in any of the movies?
That might be a way around it, but outside of the people in this podcast, who the fuck's gonna go watch an X-Men movie with characters nobody knows?
I'll tell you right now, Caps will definitely watch a long shot movie. I'd watch the shit out of not Bishop. What's the other guy's name? Shit, I forgot. Forge. Forge was in none of the movies. He was in the cartoons, none of the movies though. And actually, if you think about it, the future thing could be done through Forge with all new characters if you do it right.
Yeah.
Just saying. Where there's a will, there's a loophole.
Yeah, we can get Lalandra and the Guardian.
That's
And,
yo.
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah,
not.
they were supposed to be in the Dark Phoenix, but they alluded to it. They never used them.
Yo, I watched the Dark Phoenix movie for 15 minutes and turned it off. And then I was at work and said, let me try it again. 5 minutes into that, I was out. Every inch of that movie reel was boring and stupid.
It's funny. You can do Alpha Flight. You can do X-Force. Not that X-Force. The actual X-Force.
Yeah.
I'm saying that
not
whatever that
cameo.
was. You know what I mean? You know. I'm just saying you could. There is a way to do it, but you know. You can do it until 2025, and then I'm like, oh, here they are. They've been here the whole time. Yep. Or the people from Mutant X, that show. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love that show.
Yeah.
Yo, what about that TV movie Generation X?
Oh,
Remember that shit?
Gen X?
That was technically Fox.
Yeah.
So
That was yeah. That's the same. That's the same year they did Nick Fury.
yeah.
David Hasselhoff. I was like, no, no. I get it, but no. That's like
Who's this? Who's this person that Taquan's talking about?
Oh, so that's the Israeli. She's an Israeli character who's kind of like the super soldier serum, like, you know, the strength, the speed, the stamina, all that shit. She's in the Captain America mythos. In this movie, she caused actual fucking controversy because, again, she's Israeli, and there's this whole thing with Israel and Palestine, which none of us here are qualified to talk about. So, Google it, watch some news, do your homework. This is a comic show, not a world news show.
Let me put the disclaimer up again. Nah, I'm fuck with you. I don't know nothing about that shit. I don't know nothing about
And on that note,
you're about to ride that whole wave by yourself. You're gonna start some shit.
we're just all gonna do one of these. Like,
Yeah, word.
Fucking
They love that. They hated that dude right away. I was like, yo, everybody knows he's Greek, right? I was like, just letting you know. Yeah.
Damn, all I need to do is talk about that shit for you to leave to Quan. All right, let me talk about this shit. So in 1992,
that year sounds correct for some reason. I don't know why.
right?
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
92 was a big year for us.
Yeah, so that's the news. Everything's been pushed back. So I hope you enjoy going to the movies to watch anything
and the
else that's
Furious.
coming up. Yeah, go watch Fast and the Furious Part 11 or Fast and Furious 11 Part 4 of Episode 5/2.
Yeah, Fast and the Furious iOS 16.
And then the undertitle for the family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then go watch Fast and Furious starring The Rock.
Yeah, not to be confused with Fast X/17 because of the family.
Yeah. And you carry the one like in The Beautiful Mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how you get your final movie is a fucking trilogy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Russell Crowe's going to show up as Gladiator and somehow make sense.
Yeah.
As Kenny would say.
Yeah. But
that
just remember.
I was watching this and he said, make it make sense. I was like, what?
Yeah.
None of these movies make sense, brother. How do you go from stealing DVDs to superhero agents? Go fuck yourself.
Dude, we just got to remember the words of the immortal and ever timeless Michelle Rodriguez. How many fucking Marvel movies can they make? They told all their fucking stories already.
Yo, you know what the crazy shit is though? Like, I can understand Part 2 where they needed drivers, which I don't understand why you would need street racers to bring your product somewhere where you could just fucking hire a military escort if you're that fucking rich. But anyway, I can understand them needing to go undercover to go find some shit out, and I'm gonna race you for you to tell me where Sean is because he's the guy that stole the bank. But now it's like I'm gonna go to Alaska and steal a fucking nuclear submarine with my basic skills of living in the fucking ghetto turned into a fucking super soldier. Like Tyrese, he went to jail for like stealing hamburgers or some shit in Part 2, and for like a year. Like he was Dominic Mysterio, Fast and the Furious. Like he like on some real shit. And now all of a sudden he's a fucking marksman in Fast X. I mean Fast 9 or whatever, 9.7. Like my man killed 80 Spritzner.
The fact that he didn't miss once, it was just connect. Like, and they didn't touch him because they were shooting. I didn't touch him once.
Yeah, he had a handgun with 90 bullets in it, and then when he finished, he took out the magazine and threw it at somebody and decapitated him. Like, my man was stealing fucking hamburgers in Part 2 to this shit.
It's funny because say whatever you want about Marvel movies, but it makes sense. These are superheroes. They're either having like there's a machine, they have a superpower, they were born with it, they developed it, they're a demigod. You're a car thief. How are you destroying a whole platform with a stomp?
Yes.
I'm like, yo, how are you fighting? This is how far I got it to Fast 9, but I kind of skipped some shit. He's fighting 20 dudes and he's holding it down.
Yeah.
Yep. These are mercs, high-end mercs, as they would say. That first one should have killed you.
Yeah.
I don't know when this motherfucker became the Hulk, but I was like, seriously? I've never seen no one day.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are flying through
and that way
walls.
you can make fun of that whole thing. Like, you're Super Jacob. I'm like, you see, I'm not mad at that. It makes sense. Not a dude that's probably in his mid to late 50s.
Yeah, he's 55 right now.
Exactly.
55. Yeah.
You see, now if Momoa does it, I go, oh, you're kind of like you're Solo Lobo, right? You see, just little, not like Kenny says some dumbass shit he would say.
Speaking of Fast and the Furious,
Well, there's no Furious because we can't see anything.
Yeah, the black screen. Oh,
Whoa,
Oh, that was just his face.
that's a little too much. That's a little too furious. A little too furious.
There you go, and he disappears.
Yeah.
Now back to our regularly
Well,
scheduled.
look, it's because of him we're doing this episode.
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, it made no sense when he said it, but I was with it.
word.
exactly.
He wanted to have his cake and eat it too, and I'm like, God damn, he want it all.
What are you asking? This or this? Exactly.
Exactly. God damn, I missed that so much. I was like, what?
I'm gonna tell you right now. If you guys want clarification, go to the YouTube channel. There's a
Yes.
short in which show expertly and eloquently clarifies exactly what the fuck this episode's supposed to be about.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that shit at least 6 times. Like on and off at work. I'm just like, it's beautiful. I was just like, that is the most show thing ever. If you know what I mean? It's show at its best. Next show.
There you go.
Appreciate
That's
you
his
coming.
pick.
I heard the
That was a
highway.
real life perspective of Fast and
Yeah.
Furious right now. There you go.
I mean, it's raining sideways. Thanks, bro.
It's space weather. Yeah, and
Thank you, Ali,
Oh my
for the
God,
Ali.
that's
oh,
Go,
and get
Ray.
this. This is another thing that I love. I love this shit. They magically just come up with fucking stories for people in Fast and the Furious. Because my man from Tokyo Drift was just a fuck up that knew how to drive and he learned how to drift. Now all of a sudden he's a fucking space rocket engineer.
Yeah, bro. Like, what?
He sent the Corolla to space.
First of all,
Yo,
why a Corolla? There's so many other. Yo,
they just
I was
said,
the
"Fuck
first
it,
to get a
what's the
DeLorean.
biggest
At least that shit is steel.
And
The DeLorean
you know-
is
They
steel.
said, "Find
You know
the
what?
movies."
And the crazy shit is back in the day when drifting first happened, like an 88 or 85 Corolla was the best Corolla to drift with because it was rear wheel drive and it didn't have any like brakes or some other bullshit on it. So it was a legendary car. But them to strap a rocket to that shit and fucking put duct tape on the fucking on gas suits that you fucking fumigate a house with, and then say it's safe ready. I mean space ready. I'm sorry, but it's more believable for me that a motherfucker could swim underwater and turn blue, and a motherfucker could come out of space and snap his fingers and ruin the world than it is for me to believe that Tyrese can go to space in a Corolla.
That's another thing. My thing is, okay, the Brazil thing with the safe. Not gonna lie to you, I loved it because I was like, no one is upset that they're destroying Brazil. This is Rio de Janeiro was getting fucked over by these guys. But in 6, when you are literally going against an SAS agent, Shaw, the first Shaw, and you're successful against that Shaw, I go, that is, do you know what these SAS guys are capable of? It could take 2 or 3 of them. They can literally dismantle a complete economic system if they want. And you're telling me this dude from LA that can barely say family is going to come over here and take me out? No.
Yo, these were
Yo, at
guys
one
again.
point, Tyrese and Han were fighting that one dude that he was from the raid, and he was fucking both them up. You know what I'm saying? The dude that's Sub-Zero now.
All right, we should be
You know
able
what I'm
to.
saying? I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, and my sure Rodriguez can fuck up every MMA fighter in the world, apparently.
Yo, just
That's
with
why Nunez
ease
retired.
too.
He was coming for her.
And this is another thing. Like Cap, because we're gonna flip it back in the comics. Cap always says no one dies for real in the comics. Fast and the Furious should be a fucking comic. We literally watch these motherfuckers die multiple times, and they just keep coming back.
Yo, we saw Han dying 2 different ways, 2
Yeah.
viewings of it.
I'm
Somehow
telling you.
alive.
Different angles.
I'm telling you.
When I saw when
Yo.
they told me Wonder Woman came back, I was like, she went into the abyss.
Yeah.
We saw her fall off a plane, but
Yo,
now
I'm telling you, Dominic Toretto has the 7th Infinity Stone, the Family
believe
Stone.
it. I believe it's true, yeah. And it's the
If you're
color
part of his family.
It's the color of his Dodge Charger.
you
Yeah.
can't die. That's it. If you're a part of his family, you cannot die.
The Dodge Charger is his totem.
It's funny. It was an insult to Ray and then salute to me. I was like, yeah, I guess. So what we're doing today. Okay, I got a question. And it hit me just now. We were just talking about this ridiculousness. What movie that you know is so absurd, but you will always watch no matter what? It doesn't have to be fast level.
Sharknado.
This is why Gigi was mad at you for like a year.
Yo,
remember that? No,
I agree with Show.
watch your mouth. Help me with the sale. All right. Sharknado. Clearly, Show decided fuck Len his opinion. In this question, Sharknado. I would have. Yeah. So
I agree with that. You can ask Toe. I watched like the first 5 Sharknadoes like religiously. Like not recorded as they happened when they debuted, and then went to work and talked to people about it
on a Sci-Fi Channel, right? That's where.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sharknado got it. Clearly, shows also Sharknado, right? The one with Kurt Angle, I was like, I was flipping by the channel, going, "Well, is that Kurt Angle?"
Yeah, he was the mayor. I think
it's now Kurt Angle's in it.
Shit, I mean,
Kung Fu Hustle. Okay, yeah. Kung Fu Hustle. I really appreciate Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
Dude, I would also say Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh man, yeah, that one is.
Kung Pao is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that's a guilty pleasure movie. That's just like the stupidity, just fucking. It's great.
No, because some guilty pleasure movies are actually good. I'm talking about some you just like it's ludicrous.
The 3 ninjas with 3 little white boys.
Hey, Cole and Tum Tum, and what was the other one? Tommy?
Rocky.
Yeah. That's good.
Rock.
Yeah. So?
Shit,
Yo, while he's thinking, I got the DOA movie, the Dead or Alive video game movie.
Yeah, I remember because I used to really like the game. Then I saw the movie and I was like, no. I literally was like, no. And I went outside. I was like, I'm good.
You gotta hand it.
Do anything? I just left.
You gotta hand it to Jamie Presley.
Yes,
she actually looked like she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Mm-hmm. It was like 3 people that knew what they were doing. That's it. Oh, Kevin Nash too. Kevin Nash is in there too. So
yeah.
Go watch that.
I think at this point it's the fucking Fast and the Furious movies.
See, I want to say that, but I gotta say the later Chucky movies that just got crazy stupid.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Nanny or any of the Hulk Hogan movies.
That's good.
Yeah.
Urban Commando.
You take a swan diving into an empty pool, and I'm the moron. My hair, my beautiful hair. Yo, I swear to God, I don't know what it is about these fucking movies. They just stick in my fucking brain. Motherfucker had a metal plate on his head, and they were polishing it. Beautiful thing. Like, come on, man. What the fuck was that? You got a parrot in your car?
Yeah, the pigeon got loose.
Hey,
does Transformers count?
The Michael Bay ones, yeah.
Yeah, mine was definitely
the
Transformers with that thing in the pyramid that had balls.
Oh, Devastator?
Yeah, the Devastator that for some reason had balls. Looked up and you just see 2 big ass metal balls. And like, why does a robot have balls?
Michael Bay.
Why is it when a robot
Michael Bay?
I'm looking at his gooch. I'm like, this is an angle I don't need from Optimus. Why am I seeing Optimus's gooch? What's going on here, Michael Bay? Are you telling us something without telling us something?
Word.
I saw this shit. I was like, I can't leave the theater. I already paid for this. I'm like knee deep in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the way, Tyrese was in that one too.
Yeah.
Dude, but see, that's the problem. You were knee deep. That's why you saw the balls.
This is good. This is true. I set that up. Good. Good shit. Cheers to that. Yeah. Just fucking.
Oh,
Just like. And then we got some Mark Wahlberg. I don't got nothing against Mark Wahlberg, but I'm like, my movie is the big hit with Mark Wahlberg. I fucking love that movie. Me and my cousin from literally joke about that shit once in a while. My man Lou Diamond Phillip, the gear. I'm like, you gotta be a badass to rock shit like that, because that's ridiculous. The Matador jacket and is like, yeah, we love that movie. It's ridiculous, but it's fun.
Yeah. Be Cool with The Rock.
Oh my god.
It's just one of those movies. Like,
that movie was good.
Vince Vaughn, I think for me, he stole it. It's Raji, baby. Aura, AZ, BZ. You don't bring a red bat to kill somebody, especially aluminum. You use a wooden bat. It messes up the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. Too bad it was supposed to follow up Get Shorty. It's a hard movie to follow up, man.
Yo, I'm surprised the Fast and the Furious movies survived after The Rock. Why Did I Get Married 2? The Rock showed up. No more Why Did I Get Married 3. the Rock shows up and Be Cool. There's no Get Shorty. You know, The Rock shows up in the Scorpion King, and they get Tom Cruise to be Mummy, the Mummy. Like, what's going on here?
You know, by the way, props to Tom Cruise for killing a whole universe. Props to him for murdering. They were supposed to do so much with that. Props to him, because if you've ever seen a movie, I didn't. I just read it, that Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde, and
he's Nick Fury.
Yeah, it's supposed to evolve, and I'm like, yo, props, because the fact is that I love the first Mummy. You can ask my lady, I can watch that shit whenever. Always in the mood for the Mummy, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm always a fan of seeing Benny die. It's fuck Benny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I remember I saw Tom Cruise and I was like, it's the Mummy. It's not Mission Impossible. That's the problem. It became Mission Impossible, and it's not that movie. You overcomplicated a really simple movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anaximon.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They said, oh, Sandwell trick, bastards. It's beautiful.
And I got to run from it.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise is Usain Bolt all of a sudden.
Well, The Rock with long hair, but he also has that entrada here. So
it's like, how?
How will you have long hair, but you're still going bald, bro? What are you, Shawn Michaels? Gigi gonna hate me for that one.
To answer Kofi's thing about the Transformers G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah, they're gonna do a crossover.
I don't know how the fuck I feel about it, because I haven't seen this last Transformers. Bumblebee was good.
Yeah, it was.
Anything with Michael Bay in it is shit.
True.
And then I like G.I. Joe Retaliation. The first one I wasn't so high on. Snake Eyes was, I don't know what the fuck they tried to do with Snake Eyes.
I never understood why. Honestly, you could have taken the raid and named it Snake Eyes, because they barely talk in that shit. And if they do, it makes sense why they're talking. It leads to something. In this shit, I'm like, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes doesn't talk. And I understand this is an origin story, but then the origin completely fucked up.
Word.
I was like, have you picked up a comic book?
This can't be, what do you call it? It's got to be something other than an origin story. Because in every origin story, we at least see the hero become who the fuck he's supposed to be, at least halfway through. Not literally at the end, they sneak in, oh shit, yeah, put on the suit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Storm Shadow was Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
That's the dude from the show The Warrior. Hell of an actor. He's dope. But I was like, why am I pulling for Storm Shadow? This shouldn't be what happens in this movie. Like, Storm Shadow needs to succeed. Fuck Snake Eyes. And I like Henry Goldman. I like the actor. You know what I mean? But I'm like, nah, he needs to succeed. I agree. Megatron is from Baltimore, 100%. Especially the way he talks. Mad disrespectful to everybody, even his own crew. But yeah, man, I don't know what that was. I was like I told you guys, I watched and I was like, what is exactly this movie supposed to be? There's a lot at once. They get nothing.
You know how my fear of Transformers versus G.I. Joes is just gonna feel like watching the first fucking Transformers movie with Josh Duhamel in it and his team. That's essentially what they were.
Yeah. This is gonna be one of those that, in theory, the idea is cool, but I don't know how it's gonna play out.
In the comics, apparently, it was very successful.
Yeah, I mean, an animated movie, I'm down all day.
See, that could work very well, but live action is gonna be, we shall see.
Because here's the question you're gonna ask: if they don't explain it correctly and they just say the G.I. Joe showed up and the Transformers already existing timeline, where the fuck were they this whole time? Like, did they just form? Like what the fuck were you guys do? Cobra can't be that fucking serious that a bunch of robots destroying your planet is lower priority.
Or it could be like the hand in the ocean in the head. Nobody noticed it till it was too late.
No, nobody noticed Optimus Prime and Unicron tearing up the fucking world because everybody was like, "Yo, have you heard of Cobra? Cobra's fucking badass, man. They've been trying to block out the sun." Like,
yeah, I'm telling you now. If we have a Transformers G.I. Joe movie, I don't want to see The Rock, I don't want to see Mark Wahlberg, and I don't want to see Jason Tatum.
Channing
Tatum, Mark Tatum, any of the Tatums, any of the Wahlbergs, and any of the fucking Rocks. I don't want to see John Cena. I don't want to see John Luther. I don't want to see John Spielberg. I don't want to see a John in this fucking movie. No voices, no shadows, no extras. I'm telling you right now, we need people who are going to resemble the fucking G.I. Joes and get us some Transformers that resemble the Transformers. And also,
John Lennon be in it?
No, fuck him. Don't even do the soundtrack.
I was gonna say, can you at least do the soundtrack?
John Lennon?
John Legend.
John Lennon is dead.
John Legend.
Dead for years, brother. He died in New York. Come on, Park, baby. He got shot.
Yeah, probably before any of us were born. Like,
yeah. Some of us weren't even a little itch in our daddy's balls. So you're way off, buddy.
My bad.
It's all good. Yeah,
Dude, sure. Do you even know who John Lennon is?
Imagine all the people.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his song, but who is he?
Hey, that's close enough. I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
You will. I will not. Higher standards, people.
Yo, if there's anything that I've learned from watching you and Toe and all that shit on the wrestling podcast, the higher you make your standards, the more likely nobody's gonna care anymore because they're not reaching them. So I gotta put my standards back down to a realistic goal.
Yeah, right. Bring that limbo stick down where I can get under. Appreciate it.
Cap's just grading on a curve now, like just to make sure we can get.
Word.
You see, this is what I say about that mediocre shit in pro wrestling. People accepting it. Sorry, just trying to grab my twins. I'm sorry.
Oh,
nice.
Come on, you need mediocre people to sell burgers.
I'm looking at the thumbs up already.
You need us, Lay.
And then two fish ready to throw hands.
That's it.
Speaking of which, thumbs up, hit that like, subscribe, whatever the fuck YouTubers say. Round one. Fight.
That's what you should play the music. You should play that music and this music on the belly, so that way they can come out ready to go.
Around the belly eventually. Just
just like, ready to go.
Playing? See?
Mozart.
See? She just flipped me off, but that's cool. That's cool.
You got to get some killer instinct in there.
It's okay. She's my fiance now, so she can flip me off all day.
Word.
I recently got engaged Monday, so there you go.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fucking breaking world
I'm gonna
news.
get flipped off for saying dumb shit. And I got that shit cornered. I got that market cornered.
Hey, yo, listen, I got the kids flipping me off, so with the knuckleheads are taking from getting flipped off by Storm.
Yeah. Should be an interesting run. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I was trying to
Yeah.
I was playing the game Mafia 3. And I was like, yo, this, if you do it right, this could be a good movie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
You
and
know,
I said before, I said Robert De Niro's son looks like the dude if you just put some muscle on him. Like there's certain games that I've started playing now, and I'm like, if you do it right, I'm looking like it could work. Just don't give it to Michael Bay.
Word.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I played a video game called Dragon's Dogma. Awesome fucking video game. All right. Then Capcom said, fuck it, we're gonna turn it into an anime. I was like, yo, an anime, it's gonna be fucking awesome. And then somebody forgot to tell the people who did the anime what the fuck the game's about. And I don't know what the fuck we got, but that was not it.
I think Diablo 4 or any Diablo game would be a good movie. You know, I think that'd be dope.
I don't know. Dude, the closest thing we'll get to Diablo 4 is John Wick 4. And the reason I say this is because anybody who's playing Diablo, or if you haven't played Diablo, you literally walk out into the world and 50 motherfuckers attack you at once. All the time.
Shit.
And the only way you can go somewhere where you don't get attacked is if you're in a central town, which you can't interact, you can't use your powers, you can't fight anybody. It's like being in a Continental.
Yeah.
They have special fucking armor for you. They have special fucking currency. It is John Wick.
So we know where they got it from now.
Word.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you like Diablo 3,
where we got John Wick from?
Yeah. Dude, if you like Diablo 3, Diablo 4 is even better.
Word.
Yeah, they had that special on the PS, like 70-80% off. So I was like, oh, it's a couple of games. I'm like, you know, like Assassin's Creed. Who doesn't like to assassinate? Apparently,
John Wilkes Booth.
Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shoot her up. I mean, come on. You know, and then I was like, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
God, that's a classic.
And that's only San Andreas and music. It's so ridiculous because what I would do is I just get the cheat code, the guns, stand on a roof or like something, and just wait till 5 stars and get at the cops. I would never do any of the missions ever. I completed no fucking missions. I just let the cops come to me and start massacring them.
Yo, if I don't play games with people, I'll figure out how to play it myself. Like the Grand Theft Auto, I played the story, but then when it's like online, I just go, all right, I'm just gonna get in the car and fucking drive. Like I'm just gonna steal somebody's car until I find a better car and steal that shit and just drive.
The biggest mistake they made in games is an open world for me. Open worlds, and I get weapons, and it gets to the point where I'm completely sidetracked by doing everything wrong. Like, oh, you're supposed to go on this mission. Yeah, but I got guns. Completely, like, especially, like, it's definitely a Grand Theft Auto because it never affects the mission. I can literally do that shit 800 times, and I can still do the mission if I feel like I need to. But I swear to God, I started one mission, got sidetracked, and that's all I did. One mission I started. Like I was supposed to meet somebody and like steal a car, took a motorcycle, I parked it, got the gun code, and just went to town on the cops. Never failed. And then in LA, I go into that riverbed thing that they show in all of the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, the LA River.
And that's where I have my last stand. I just go to town. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous, but fuck, is it fun? That's another game. If you do Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and San Andreas, it would make sense if you do it right. You know what I mean? These games could be done right. Just don't put them in Michael Bay's hands or somebody like that. Vice City by itself is pretty much an offshoot of Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Except we can't have the great Ray Liotta, rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? But we do have the dude from Miami Vice in it. He does his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Don Johnson?
Tubbs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely do that, but definitely make that. I mean, it would be fun. Like I said, Mafia 2, the
problem with video game movies is, for some reason, it's almost a little bit like comic movies. For some reason, they see the story that the video game is told and the story of the characters in it, and then a writer comes along and goes, I got a new idea.
Yep.
You're like, no, we don't need a new idea, because what video game movies have to do, if you're gonna give me a video game like the Uncharted movie has nothing to do with the game. It's a prequel.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that. That was just like, what was the point?
Yeah, don't call it a video game movie. Do like what they do with True Stories. It's like based on a true story. This is based on a video game. Don't call it a fucking video game movie. Don't try to put in nods to the video game if this shit doesn't fucking matter. Like if you're not gonna use the fucking game. Because the problem with it is, in the video game, you're the one controlling the action. But now when you have to switch to watching it, it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, there's that frustration of going, I know how the game's supposed to go. I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that one Resident Evil 2 that started exactly how the game started, where she like comes out of the hospital, she has her gun, and I was like, I was seriously, I was the captain. That's it. You got it. And then that shit went ass left, and I was like, you had it. It was right there, your fingertips. What the fuck are we doing? I was like, forget it.
Yo, everybody should just take a lesson from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
See, they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
The problem is they're going to want to keep it going. And then it's just like, this isn't a video game anymore.
Yo, listen, the way I see it is, you have these shows that go 5 seasons. This game only has 2 parts.
Yeah, and they're going to want to keep going.
Just get everything you can and get out.
Yeah. But see, I think it'd be easier to do correctly the first 2 games and then transition into, now this is the story we're telling within this world. True. That's an easier transition because everybody goes, all right, we got what we know canonically out of the way.
Absolutely.
And now let's open it up for something new.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed.
Versus we know what canonically is supposed to happen, and they're like, nah, fuck it, we're gonna do something new.
Yeah, I remember me and my cousin were talking about it, like, listen, there's two parts to it. You get 2 seasons. What do you do after that? And like Cap is perfect. Like you just, all right, there's other things happen. You've met other characters that've been in and out of the series.
Yo,
you can go back to them.
Yeah.
Or something else. Or something completely different that's just affected by them.
Yo, that's why I think Rogue One and like The Mandalorian was so good, because we know what happened canonically. Now we're like, hey, we know what happened in this part of the world or the universe. Let's see what happened somewhere else that at the same time this happened. Let's see what was happening over there. And we get to go over there and it doesn't fuck with what we already know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like they'll get those little references, but this is not that.
Yeah.
Like, we're all a little slice of heaven over here.
Yeah. Like Rogue One is its own movie all the way up until the last 5 minutes, which ties directly into A New Hope.
Absolutely.
It actually ends as A New Hope starting.
Yeah, which is fucking beautiful.
And it's funny. That's where that Resident Evil movie had going for it. I was like, and then I saw the next one and I was like, fuck.
It was like you almost had it.
Yeah, you had it.
You're right
it's
there.
Like, you know when you're loading a game and then it gets corrupted.
Yeah.
You got 20 minutes in corrupted. I'm like, God damn it! I was right there. It's like that. Exactly like that, man. Exactly like that.
That shit happened to me and Vin in Diablo over the weekend. We're in this shit. Yo, we fighting this boss. We lost the first time. Second time, we're like, all right, we got it. We're getting in there. We're handling business. We're actually doing great. And then all of a sudden, we get kicked out of the fucking game for like 10 minutes. And when we go back, we have to start again. Not where we started from, the whole shit again.
Damn.
That's that bullshit.
And the thing was, we had an error code and it said you've been blocked from the game or some shit. And I was like, yo, don't tell me that we got kicked from the servers and they fucking blocked us from. But it's one of those things. It's like the servers were down, so we couldn't get. Yeah. But
the way they explain it sometimes, you'd be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's like, yo, what I do wrong? Am I not supposed to kill this bitch? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yo,
you see what happens when you follow the mission?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of which, it was fucking hilarious. I got stuck in a side quest that Toe wasn't in. So I'm doing the side quest. I'm like, yo, I gotta go finish this. You do whatever the fuck you're doing. And I don't know what his reactions were, but I guarantee you all Toe heard from me was, God damn it. Fuck, enough. Stop. God damn it.
Yo,
dude, I got jumped 6 times by 20 or more fucking people.
Yeah. So the crazy shit is the side quest he was on, I accidentally started by finding a book. I was like, oh, there's some shit on the floor. I can pick it up. Let me pick it up. So I gave the woman the book, and then Cap spoke to the woman and set him somewhere else. But I had to go talk to 4 people before I could get to where Cap was. So all I hear is, shit, yo, I'm coming back to the town. Because in the town, it's, it's safe. Yeah. And then all I hear, I was like, yo, I'm on my way to you. Cap's like, no, I'm bringing the party to you. And I just see him run past me and 40 people behind him. And I'm like, let's go, baby. And I just started mollywopping him.
Dude,
let's do this.
I'm telling you, at a certain point in the open world, there was just too many parties of villains were attacking, and I could do nothing but run. I was like, yo, fuck this, man. I can't fight everybody.
So I was like, nah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm the barbarian, so yeah, I'm fighting all y'all motherfuckers. I called down the ancients and let's do this.
Then this motherfucker, as I'm in the tunnel getting fucked up, he finally shows up. He's like, all right, Vic, I'm in. Where you at? And I'm like, I'm at the fucking end. Like, I'll wait for you here at the end before the fucking boss.
Shit, man. But yo, real quick, how would y'all make a Transformers G.I. Joe movie?
You know how we'll do it? Simple. You start off as if this has never happened in any of their fucking continuities. Right? You don't tie this into anything. You just make a fucking movie. Right? Then you start off with the G.I. Joes at one of their fucking bases, the USS America, whatever the fuck they call that big ass ship they got.
I want to be the USS America. Just that's it. Yeah. That's what it's called. I wanted to be called that.
Yeah.
It's so redundant. It's so redundant.
I used to know what the fuck it was called, but I'm out of the game for a little bit. But you start there, and you basically do a thing where one of their radio techs is picking up a signal, and it is an Autobot signal, distress signal. And they land here on Earth, and it's the G.I. Joes who find them. They find Optimus. Optimus says, hey, we tried to escape Cybertron, who we were in a civil war. We're refugees. And unfortunately, it seems we're bringing the fight to you. And then the Autobots have to team up with the elite special forces of the G.I. Joes, which would be the absolute fucking thing that would happen if giant robot aliens showed up. They wouldn't just send a fucking 15-year-old. They would have actual...
You're like Sam.
I mean, they tried that in the first movie, but let's get better actors and more charismatic fucking characters. And we just have the G.I. Joes team up to stop Megatron or whichever fucking Tron you want to put as the bad guy.
Kind of like the Steams.
Yeah. And
Megatron.
Then what we do is we carry what they did in Bumblebee and what I see them doing in this new Transformers film. We make the robots look exactly like what the fuck they're supposed to look like. Because this is it's a fantasy movie and we don't really need 15 million parts in just this one chess piece alone when he changes. because that's just fucking stupid.
Still don't need to see his gooch either. I never understood that angle. I was on some. I didn't want to see this angle of Optimus. My childhood is ruined. I've seen this man get murdered.
Yeah, and if you are gonna put the balls, put everything, put everything in there.
I mean, his name is Optimus Prime. He should be strapped. The same.
Yeah.
Easy that big
Yo,
Ray's the leader of the white cons. Holy shit. Was he in jail now?
No, he's trying to say the Decepticons.
Yeah.
All right, but that's
so
I'm upset that's a good one. I'm upset. I don't want to say it is, but funny shit is to go in my house. It's racist, but it is good. It's fucked up.
So Ray and Lay, how would you make a Transformer G.I. Joe movie?
Well, I'll let Ray go first. I've thought about this shit for years.
I'm mad that my first thought is it's gonna be an accidental Autobots blowing up something that belongs to the G.I. Joes.
Civil War.
And so it's gonna lead to it's gonna be one of those where we're gonna get a kaiju out of this, them building their own machine against it. Where we then get the Decepticons, then it's like, oh wait, so you weren't okay. And we get to that battle at the end. But it starts with, as always, it's like human race doesn't work out always. So we have to fight them at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I can definitely see that. I want them to do a little bit of the Transformers thing, and I want the Transformers to observe the G.I. Joes. And like, all right, so they are honorable, and then they present themselves on something like I want, because Optimus always says a freedom is a right of every sentient being. I want him and all the Autobots to see them doing the good fight and go, okay, now we can trust these guys. I just not gonna just come here and be like, yo, you guys look weird. We don't know you. You know what I mean? And go, and by the way, there is another form of us, pieces of shit. And they're probably rolling with the people you don't like. Just throwing it out there. They will naturally go against us. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to see that one where for some reason Duke buys a Mack truck and is Optimus. I don't know why. But Duke wants to drive a Mack truck today. Fuck it. Who knows? Maybe Shipwreck. And I know Ryan Reynolds is Hispanic, but if he ain't Shipwreck, I'm fighting somebody. Because goddamn it, he looks like him. Especially in Blade 3. When he had that, I was like, oh shit, a Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was in the theater and I was like, yo, who does he look like? I looked at my boys, I was like, yo. I was like, Ryan Reynolds is Shipwreck. I got you. And everybody, please, age appropriate. Can we have these soldiers age appropriate? Like I said, Channing Tatum should have never been Duke. Channing Tatum was like 17 when he was Duke. Duke is a veteran. Duke is like late 30s, maybe early 40s. Duke is doing some shit.
Yeah, he wasn't the rookie on the team.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He has been through some shit, dude. That he has seen battles. By the way, I understand they can't rock the usual uniforms like in the cartoon because that's ridiculous. But I can at least one shot of that. Like they come out and go, I don't think this is really camouflage friendly. Like Bazooka, that's a jersey he's rocking. And it's Matt Bright. No.
Oh, what's that dude's name that's just in a fucking Hawaiian shirt and slacks?
Yeah, that guy. I forget his name. But his face is painted though.
Yeah.
Like, what? Listen, and of course, whatever you do, Beachhead is in it. Whatever you do. He's going to be hot as shit.
What darnations are you doing?
He's going to be hot as shit wherever he's training the people, but he needs to have that gear on. I don't give a fuck who plays him.
Yo, that should have been Brendan Fraser's cameo. He should have been playing Beachhead. Instead, he was literally playing somebody who's a descendant of his fucking character in The Mummy. Which is like, that has no tie-in. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
It would have made more sense if he played somebody from Encino Man.
Right?
By the way, very underrated. If you get rid of Pauly Shore, I cannot.
But he's the
Right.
whistle, man.
I've always wanted to fight Pauly Shore because of that. Whistle. I'm like, what? Is this a Californian thing?
It's a cheese. Show, how would you make a Transformers G.I. Joe movie? That's a good point. Yep.
The Decepticons steal something from the G.I. Joes, and the G.I. Joes need to hire the Autobots to get it back from them.
Yep.
Yeah, because if anybody knows anything about Transformers canon, is that if Optimus Prime don't get paid, he don't do shit.
I was about to say, I didn't know they're mercenaries now. You know what's funny? I'm not even mad at that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Miss Bitch. If you get kicked in your ears often, it ain't gonna be great. No, a lot of kicks and punches, bro. There you go. It's closer, grappling more and more type.
Word.
But, yeah, definitely. Because what is Optimus not gonna do for the bitches and the money?
Yeah,
I got to bitches and money.
Like Leslie Nielsen said in a superhero movie, with great power comes the bitches.
Word. Yo,
bitches in gold, baby.
That's it.
Bling bling.
So now I'm gonna tell you my pitch, but who was in the 85 Transformer movie? What was it? Hot Rod?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the new character that did. And then who was the character that they did in the G.I. Joe movie?
Lieutenant Falcon.
Lieutenant Falcon. So the G.I. Joes or military recruits Lieutenant Falcon, and they pair him with a car. And he doesn't realize that car is a Transformer. The G.I. Joes are a secretive, undercover operation where those other movies can exist in this because we didn't know the G.I. Joes existed. He thought the G.I. Joes were a bunch of elite mixed like Green Berets and all other shit. And they go, nah, that's just a cover story. And he gets teamed up with Hot Rod. And Hot Rod is a new Transformer that's into the unit. And they have to follow was it Luke? Duke and Optimus Prime. And they have to go to Luke and Duke. Fuck both of them. And they got to go to Cybertron to stop the invasion of the Decepticons and shit. Because that way it's a what about the hand in the ocean? Oh no, we covered that up. Like straight out. What about the other movies? Oh no, The Rock ain't a G.I. Joe. The Cobra shit, that's those are kid stuff. We handle the bigger problems that literally no one knows about.
So it's like this way there's no loose ends and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because otherwise you would have to start in like the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
Before any of the Transformers came in, and then it's like, all right, so they've been here for decades, and Optimus Prime just so happens to turn into a fucking robot every time there's a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think because also if you want to tie in G.I. Joe #1 with Marlon Wayans, they had mech suits, so they could have that could have been the way that that could have been the way that the humans get the suits to fight the robots.
By the way, the name of their base was the Pit, not creative at all.
Yeah, I
was like, nobody thought that through.
Yo, military intelligence is sometimes an oxymoron.
No, yeah, I've been told that by several people. It said military intelligence. Ha!
I get that reference.
Exactly.
All right. I feel like I should be Mark Henry. I'm like, all right, the time of talk is over. It's time for the main event.
I was just about to say that shit.
Yeah.
There's not a problem that I can't fix because I can do it in the mix. And if your man gives you trouble, just to move out on a double and you don't let it trouble your brain, because away goes trouble down the drain.
And now it's time for the main event. Get him late. Oh, hey, got him. But yes, Show, you want to explain so eloquently what the topic is for the main event?
Just break into Batman's house and steal his outfit and brainwash Alfred.
I think you may have gotten the wrong show on that one.
I was like, wait, is that what we're supposed to
That's
be?
Toe and
waiting for?
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you may have. Check your notes, man. You're on the wrong topic. Check your notes.
If you could switch two superheroes, which one would they be?
A hero
Damn, I
displacement.
sound like fucking Joe Biden. Yo, I can't talk, bro.
I mean, you sounded like him when you first came up with it.
Exactly.
I will die on them. I voted for that, man. Come at
Yo, listen. The only person I ever voted for was Obama, and the only person I would vote for afterwards is Bernie Sanders. After that, your country is up to y'all.
You know who I'm gonna vote for? This man right here.
Word.
I'll run,
let's do
completely fail just to burn one. Waste people's time. Like
Word.
about it. But the funny thing is, when you do that, you'll get elected.
Yeah. Because you know what the biggest problem with this country is that they need to fix? The vending machines cost too much fucking money.
That's the problem.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's funny. It's ridiculous as that sounds. She's not wrong.
All right, main event show.
I'm sorry.
Show, since we got you here, before you decide to leave,
To disappear. Yeah, I got you.
who you got? You're coming up first.
I'm in there first.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this. I would definitely switch the obvious Superman and Batman. I would want to see how a character without superpowers would react with some superpowers, and the opposite. I don't know if it makes sense. Superman with his shit.
I misunderstood the assignment then.
So did I.
That makes all of us.
Because I thought you meant take a character out of this comic and put him in the other comic, not switch powers.
Exactly.
This is very sad.
Yeah, I think we all prepared.
Understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
No.
Really
Continue the assignment. You can't fuck this show. You can't let showism fuck up the assignment.
But we followed it.
I mean, 4 wrongs equal a right.
What?
It's equal math to me.
4 rounds equal a right?
I said 4 wrongs equal a right.
Oh.
No, that's 4 lefts maybe get you a right, but not a. All right. Sure. We're going to put you at the end. We're going to put you at the end. You're going to figure it out.
4 lefts give you a circle.
Eventually, you might do something correctly. Anyway.
And which brings me to my next topic. Don't do crack.
Yeah. All right. We got to get this back on track.
He wasn't wrong.
All right. So, who wants to? Ray, you're the guest here.
You guys could go because I'm still
I'll go. All right. So I have 4. 3 to 4. I have one. I don't know if Lay is gonna pick the same combination or same character.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll save that. I'll save that one because I came up with one in case you weren't on the show, just for you. But I'll save that one. So I'll go with my first one here. I want to see Lobo in the Heroes for Hire story with Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
I like that.
Because Lobo is a bounty hunter. He works for money. So you get him in a situation where he's trapped on Earth 616 in the Marvel Universe. His bike's messed up. He can't leave. He's bored. He crash landed in Harlem. Danny is back in Kung Lung doing some Iron Fist shit. So Cage needs another partner. Huh?
The Immortal Iron Fist. You gotta say it.
Yeah. The Immortal Iron Fist. Yeah. So Cage needs a partner. Here comes Lobo. Aliens and shit like that are nothing new for Marvel characters. So the main man is down. And everything I picked is hilarious to see the reaction of other characters to the person I picked. So you have Lobo sitting here going, oh, we need to get Bushmaster. cool. Cage is going to catch him. Lobo's going to kill him. And just watching Cage react to Lobo go overboard is going to be hilarious. Plus, the fight scene is going to be awesome because you can't hurt Lobo and you can't hurt Luke. I mean, unless you hit him hard enough. So they could stand toe-to-toe with each other and just all day bickering back and forth, fist fighting back and forth. And maybe Lobo just learned a little bit of humility from the main man, from Marvel's main man, Luke Cage.
Yeah. All right, I'm going. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Should I do all my shit, or are we gonna go round robin?
Let's go round robin.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
So I was thinking I would have Green Lantern land in Hell's Kitchen. Hal Jordan, not Jon Stewart. And he meets Matt Murdock right away. And of course, he's going to assume, like everybody does, he's a villain, right? Like the guy, but eventually, Hal goes down by Elektra, since they Carmen Electra. That's what my mind is right now. Goes down. Then the ring automatically goes to Matt. And Matt becomes a better Lantern than Hal, because we all know Matt's faith equals his will. I'm saying, and it's just that dynamic of Hal trying to deal with how is somebody in a span of 2 seconds better with this ring than I am. He goes like, because I have my faith. And he's not going to be better at building construct, but everything will be stronger because he has his faith to rely on.
Dude, I can't wait to see the fucking green construct billy clubs.
Oh yeah,
all they ever fucking uses.
Yo, that'd be some shit.
Yep. A green devil.
Word.
Really, really Irish.
Dude, yo, if you don't mind,
love it.
I want to see this joke written in where Matt gets the suit for the first time, and Hal goes, because Matt's blind, according, yeah. And Hal looks at him and goes, "How did you get it to still be red, even though he's wearing fluorescent green?"
How do you know anything is any color? He goes, that's what I do. So yeah, that would definitely be mine. That you know what I mean? Because with Stewart is not interesting because he's disciplined, and so is Matt. You know what I'm saying? So that's, but Hal's a douche. So it's easy for that one. And I would feel the ring would find Matt worthier anyway, because of his faith.
That makes perfect sense.
There you
go. You got one, Ray? You want?
Oh yeah, I'll go.
All right.
So for mine, we're dropping everyone's favorite Merc with a mouth in Gotham. We're dropping Wade Wilson in Gotham, and he's just gonna crash. We're dropping him off with Alfred, just to hear him try to discipline. Just that bickering itself would be a great comic, and then just to see him react to a Two-Face and Penguin, and just not even try to kill them. It's just, I thought I was ugly, but just look at your face. And just at certain points, it's like, I'm not even gonna chase you, just kill.
Yeah.
It's like Batman at least gives him a fight. It's like, no, why am I gonna waste my time? Just we're killing her.
Word.
Like, just to see him react in what's usually a dark and chaotic area. No, it's just gonna be Wade bringing jokes and all that into it, like switching it up there.
Nah, that's a good one. All right. So I got one, and I think you guys might be surprised, but I want to put the Fantastic Four in Metropolis.
Ooh.
Without a Superman.
Okay.
Because most of Superman's enemies are intelligent. Brainiac, Lex Luthor, for some reason, for some reason, even Mr. Mixoplex. Now, if Reed Richards is the smartest man or one of the smartest men in DC, he should be able to match intellect with these guys. Also, we should be able to see the limits of Johnny Storm, the Thing,
Sue Storm.
Sue Storm, when they have to face someone like like Dark Side or
Brainiac.
no, that Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? Or Mr. Mixuplex, one of them. You know what I'm saying? I think that they would be able to show an even smarter side of things, where most of the time in like Marvel, it's all cosmic shit or some fantasy. This is straight up intellect versus intellect here. So
I
let's
dig
see. Yeah, so let's see how they would react when it comes to, you're gonna fight gods, but there ain't no rings to protect you. There ain't no fucking cosmic gun to shrink them. You just have to fight them. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So that's my first one.
Dude, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
So you got another one?
I got an honorable mention.
You got honorable men.
I want to see Toretto in his car in Galaxy of the Galaxy.
Galaxy of the Galaxies. Me too.
Guardian. Galaxy of the Guardians.
NuKKle HeDD Comics got a new comic line coming out. Galaxy of the Galaxy. Catch it late 2023, early 2024, baby. The writer strike ain't stopping us.
We started with a wrestling company. Now we're going into comics. Guys.
Yeah, we're creating it.
Ever expanding business. Ever expanding, brother.
Diamond Comics. Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's
No,
the new
Galaxies of the
DC. That's
Galaxies.
what you heard.
You got it wrong. Galaxies of the Galaxies.
Galaxies of the Galaxy.
Right? With Toretto in it.
It's Toretto.
He got the family stone.
The family is about the galaxy. The galaxy is about the family.
Yeah. It's a family of galaxies.
Exactly.
It's the comic book that still somehow when you open it, it plays Bandoleros. It's just the minute you open it, that's it.
Bandoletto blasting in Mars.
Your word. Sponsored by Corona.
Blasting in nowhere. Nowhere's head is like, yo, what's that sound? That's Don Omar and Tego. Never heard that song? Who's Don Omar?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to see Dominic Toretto in the Guardians of the Guardians?
Yeah. Yeah.
Will his family survive?
I'm so happy I'm here.
Word.
He'll survive with that car. He's impressive.
Yo, it took down a submarine, bro. I mean, you can't fuck with that car, bro. Oh my
Got
god,
my car.
that's awesome. I'm not even mad. You know what's funny? I'm with it.
Fuck it.
You're the superhero, man. Why not?
Yeah, man, I thought one of mine were crazy, but yeah.
Remember what The Rock said? Don't ever let them in their cars.
Yeah.
Everybody fails at that, by the way. Everybody fails at that.
He even told Momo in this one, he's like, you should have taken away my car.
Yeah.
Yup. The only person that could defeat me is Thanos.
Yo, I'm telling you, in Fast and the Furious 11.9, Thanos is gonna come out. Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
But once they're in the car, they can't be snapped. The blip doesn't work while you're in the car.
He's training Gamora as we speak to drive.
Dude, Thanos is gonna snap and nobody's gonna turn to dust. And then the gauntlet's gonna tell him that they already died. Like, I don't know how they're here. They're already supposed to be dead. There's nothing to snap.
Letty's gonna go get the Soul Stone and they're just gonna hand it to her.
Welcome back, Miss Letty.
Oh my god. It's funny, yeah. G.I. Joe and Fast and the Furious. That's believable because they are G.I. Joe at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They got the super soldier fucking serum in them.
Attack Force that legit was just stealing DVD players and VCRs.
Word.
Yo, the only person that should ever live in all those movies is Jason Statham because he is SAS and possibly The Rock. Everybody else should be dead.
And watch him die. He's gonna be the only one that actually dies in all this. I see it now. It's gonna be like, nope, one person that actually dies in all this.
Word.
Oh,
All right,
shit,
Cap,
my
who
turn?
you got? Yeah.
All right, so the next 3 I have is purely to watch these characters 100% let loose. And I have Ghost Rider going to Mega City 1
Ooh,
and Judge Dredd.
nice.
And I picked this because the Judge Dredd is a judge. You do a crime, he arrests you, he sentences you, and he puts out the fucking punishment, whether it be execution or jail time or whatever it is. What character would fit in naturally with that and have a fucking awesome time in this world? Ghost Rider.
Absolutely.
And specifically Blaze. Because
Yep.
Ketch and Robbie are a little too, at this point, still too humanistic. Where at this point in his career, Blaze is like, fuck it. Blaze would have an awesome time riding around on those fucking those little motorcycle hover shits they got.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would turn around and be like, oh, you want to play time? Boom. Here's the rider. And the rider will be out there. This is the only one in which the cops would be okay with it. Because they'd turn around and be like, yo, this dude has so much fucking, his production rate and his arrest rate is so high. Let him go. Fuck putting him in the shit for training. Here, Mega City 1's fucked up. Mega City 2's fucked up. You got time this afternoon? We got Mega City 15. Their crime rate's on the rise. And Ghost Rider the whole time is just smiling and laughing and loving he's loving life.
The bikes are called Lawmasters.
There you go, the Lawmaster.
You imagine
Now,
a flaming Lawmaster?
Yeah.
Oh.
And just with that voice where he just, how do you plead?
Yeah,
like guilty, and he just stares into his eyes and fucking the hellfire stare and just corrupts his soul back. That shit would be so fucking cool.
I went another way with the flaming Lawmaster.
I have a feeling you did.
It just hello. But yeah, no, yeah, I like that.
You guys remember Police Academy? He'd be in the Blue Oyster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's a great pairing right there. I'm with that one. Wow, I don't know how to follow that one up. Show completely changed the assignment for me, so I don't know where to go. No.
Fucking show.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That didn't happen. I would love to see Doctor Strange in Spawn's world.
Okay.
You know, Doctor Strange dealing with knowing that Yamamoto and everything that he knows, and knowing that Spawn has made a deal with the devil, and him dealing with Mephisto the way he did, but this being their version of the actual devil. It's not a name that sounds like the devil or that's portrayed like, this is the devil. This is what I'm to deal with. This is a guy I'm fighting every day. And to see him deal with the morality of not killing, just trying to save, and Spawn's like, you're wasting your fucking time, dude. Everybody has to die. You don't understand. Like, him against a Violator would be so epic if you do it right on screen or even in a comic or even in animation. Because if you ever seen the Spawn TV show on HBO, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And them with the cloak and then Spawn's cape. I mean, you know what I mean? Saying, I think it would be really interesting, that dynamic of an assassin and a doctor, and now they got to work together, And they won't do like everybody does at first, where they try to kill each other. They'll recognize, like, yo, we're on the same side. We just have different ways of going about it. You know what I mean? But Spawn's world is dark as shit, so it'll be interesting to have somebody much lighter, like Doctor Strange, in it. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get the visual of it now, because just thinking about it, it's like,
yeah.
You're
Think about them talking to each other
too.
with the collars popped, and they're just like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, I think with every artist, some artists use that Doctor Strange collar be over his head, some be really small. And I go, some of you guys are really flamboyant with that shit. I'm like, it's really out there. You know what I mean? But I think it'd be interesting for him do his spell and Spawn just shoot somebody. He goes, "You take too long. I don't know what the fuck all this is. Kill him or not. I know you got something you can kill him with." It'll be that dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Then there's bickering. Like,
Stranger's a smart ass. You know
Speaking of the colors,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See that one? Look at that shit. They got a wave thing going.
oh, that would be great. Mhm.
Yeah. So it'll be really interesting.
And it's that balance of power there.
Kind of like you said, what they take from each other, you know.
Yeah.
Like, all right, sometimes I do take too long, sometimes it's too much talking. Like I said, Doctor Strange is a smart ass too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who you got, Ray?
Okay, this one I tried to. I was like, let me think of one that wasn't just fully the every Marvel DC that we know. So I was like, okay, 2 other comic styles. I decided to swap, sending the Rangers from Angel Grove to the world of Judge Dredd, and vice versa. So now Dredd is violent self, being the judge, jury, and executioner, having to take on putties and monsters, and wanting to fully murder them, but in a town where, you can't do all that.
yeah.
Like, this is now a more civil area, and the Rangers taking their sweet time to morph, and the villain's like, we're just gonna try to kill you now. Like, what are you doing? So I was like, just to swap to see, because that was my thing. I didn't think about, they could just remain in the same place. No, I wanted to fully swap to see how they would react in each other's areas when they finally meet again. Like, this is fucked up. Like,
Dude, I could see one of them laughing. Like, look at this bitch thinks she's a pterodactyl. Look at that.
I said, is that a
and again, it's that morphin sequence.
Like, is that a skirt with your uniform? You better get the fuck out of here, man. You're in the wrong neighborhood. Fuck out of here.
Dude, I want a panel now so bad of the Power Rangers doing that thing morphin time, but from the villain's perspective, they're just putting on their fucking uniform. They're just getting dressed in front of people, and they're like, "The fuck are we doing?"
See, but in Dredd's world, it's like they're not gonna wait. Like every other villain, it's like, no, we're just gonna wait and let you morph. They're gonna be like, we're just gonna kill you. That's it. Like, the fuck are you doing?
Shoot him, please. It's like Wesley Snipes in Demolition Man. Would you shoot him already? He's pissing me off. Didn't think that one through, did you?
Yeah. We need teenagers with attitudes. And somebody's like, go to apartment 4A. And those are the nice kids. Like,
and tell them to stop cutting class.
Oh my God, that's a good one. I like that one.
So for me, it's my go-to guy, but I would take the Kingpin and put him in Gotham.
Ooh.
Because the Kingpin's very similar to like Falcone and Two-Face and most of the people that Batman's villains are. But he has one thing that most of them don't have, and that's he don't give a fuck. Like, this man would be Bane if Bane decided to be a legitimate mob boss, where Kingpin would kill Two-Face. He would kill the Joker. He would torture Scarecrow. Like, he wouldn't give a fuck. And then he'll beat the shit out of Batman because he's pure strength. Like, he's pure, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's brute force.
He's kind of like Bane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you have a guy that's just as smart as Falcone that can run a business, and he's just as ruthless as the Joker, but with some kind of fucking, intelligence. And he's tech savvy too. So, like, my man would probably have, it would be Bruce Wayne's enterprise and Kingpin enterprise, and one would be legitimate, one would be in the streets, and then Kingpin would be like, you want to work with me? Nah. Wow. Go get his wife in jail and torture her for, just for my enjoyment. And I would love to see how Batman would go against someone like the Kingpin.
Dude, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. To see him, I want to see just how many people would actually fear him.
The Kingpin,
because it's like he's gonna have that mentality in there already. Like,
because I can already see the Penguin being bitch. Yeah, like, we work under him now.
Instantly, it's like, oh, you're not okay. You're dead.
Pretty much.
Absolutely, yep. I agree. That's a good one.
Now let's get to the commercial break. Sure, what do you got?
All right. I'm gonna give it to you in the movie scene.
What?
All right. I'm gonna give you my next character, my next person in the movie scene. I don't want to just tell you who it is.
All right.
All right. So Black Panther 3. My boy Neymar turns on Queen Shuri, and right about when he's about to kill her, and there's no other way out. Damn, I don't know how I would write this in, but Shuri contacts the X-Men so she could use Storm to defeat Neymar. So I'm dropping Storm in the Black Panther.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing the project right, but fuck it.
Technically, no, since Storm was married to T'Challa.
Fuck me. Who the fuck said that?
But we'll accept that answer.
Damn. She was married to T'Challa?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
They have a kid and everything.
I gotta read, bro. You gotta teach me how to read someday.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you asked
Next.
dyslexic to teach you to read, but all right.
For the comic books, this I'm pretty sure she wasn't married to him in the movies.
No.
No.
Good job, Shay.
Word.
All
That
right.
was beautiful. That was poetic. I love it.
So my third one.
Hold on. I just love it. I would change nothing and give you
Nothing.
Storm in Wakanda married to the Black Panther.
Wait.
Not only that,
Coming from show, that's genius.
not only
I
that,
didn't know
I'm
there
gonna
was
give
that.
it to you in movie form. Explain how I'm gonna do it. Get right to where the reveal is, and just be like, I don't know how to write the reveal that I've already given you. And that's you know that phrase. There's levels to this. That's true
Word.
right there. There's levels to it.
Word.
100%, man.
So
Exactly.
Holy
So my
shit.
third one is something that I really want to see, and we take my boy Matt Murdock as Daredevil, and we throw him into the world of 1920s New York and, well, technically Africa, and we replace the Phantom with Daredevil,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
and we let Matt Murdock go completely berserk because our Matt Murdock is dealing with the old time sentiment of the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
Be it their view on race relations, their view on religion, their view on everything, their view on the law, and especially their view with handicaps, how nobody is going to believe that he is Daredevil because he's blind. So Matt gets to let loose, not worry too much about if anybody knows he's in the mask or not. And again, just the whole thing where the Phantom really punches you so hard, he leaves a mark of the skull ring so that you're marked for life. It's a scar. People know that you've dealt with him. They, your criminology slows down and shit like that. Matt normally tries to arrest you, put you through the judicial system and all that. But in 1920s world, where the legality of the police is in question, Matt could just go ham and finally let go of all of his fucking anger and all of his shit.
Yeah.
And
That balance isn't needed anymore. Now he's able to be more
Yeah.
just free range with it. I'll be interested to see because he wants to be such by the book, to see him just like nothing's holding him back now.
Plus, I really want to see him. I want to, because he's close with Luke Cage and with a whole bunch of other like really ethnic characters. Just to see him react to true. That's not, well, is it racism? Yes. but just the true way of how they were back then would be interesting, because for us looking in, that's racist, but for them, that's life.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's normal.
Yeah, like I was
Mhm.
watching, I got this idea because I started to watch Warrior. I watched the first episode,
Yes.
Max, and there was a scene where one of the Irish guys is like, "Yo, the Chinese are coming in, they're taking our jobs," and it was a scene where I was livid because looking at it from the lens of today, I'm like, "Yo, this is some racist piece of shit." But if you get past that and you listen to what he says, I can see why back then
Mhm.
his argument would make sense.
Yeah.
They just had to fight in World War One, or not, it was the 18 something, so probably the Spanish American War.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say? No, he said the Civil War. So
Oh,
he
yeah, that's
just
right. That's right. Because one of
yeah,
the characters came from the South.
yeah.
One of the cops.
So
Yeah.
from his
Yeah.
perspective, if you take the race out of it, his perspective, he got put to fight the Civil War, had to kill people who he doesn't believe needed to be killed, because the armies and the governments were fighting over very specific reasons, but man to man, it's very possible that neither man knew exactly why he was standing across from the other.
Mhm.
So he had to kill what he thought could have been innocent people. He did all this for this country, came back home to low wages because nobody wants to pay him. Then they get rid of his job and give it to somebody else who's willing to work for nothing because they don't know any better. I mean,
Yep.
that doesn't sound like the best deal in the world. I can see why you would be angry about that.
Yeah.
Agree.
But to see somebody who would have the reaction I did, where I'm like, "Yo, I can't watch this scene. This is too fucking much." Be put in that situation and have to simultaneously deal with it in his way, but realize that this is just how the world is working right now. That'd be fucking interesting. And on top of that, it's somebody who can tell when you're lying and beat the shit out of you 6 different ways.
Mhm. And with that, that'd be really interesting. I would love to see the dialogue in that shit.
That's what that's been the biggest thing with all this. I just want to see the conversations,
Yeah.
because just the different dynamics of this is gonna make all these so fucking good. Like,
Back in those, a lot of people would use religion to defend certain racist comments, certain things, and Matt
yeah.
would be on some no.
Yeah.
Man, he's like, no, sir, I've studied faith religiously, no pun intended. That's not right. Absolutely not, sir. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mhm.
Who you got, Ray?
So I'm gonna switch a villain now. I'm sending Bane to that lovely neighborhood of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, because I want to see how Peter Parker would have to deal with just a man that doesn't care, to deal with this just strength and everything of Bane. Well, I feel like Bane in that neighborhood just could be like, yeah, just flying away, just pushing away the other villains. Like, yeah, you don't match me here. And with Spidey, usually it's like that innocence of like, there's something there with you. Bane just, there's nothing there. There's no heart. Like,
Yeah.
Now, here's the most important question: which Bane are you putting? Are you putting the Bane from Batman and Robin? Or are you putting the Bane from the movie, the comic, or the Bane from that Harley Quinn show?
I'll
I could just-
explode you.
Yeah, I could just see him like, the Vulture came in and took my parking spot.
I will explode you. Oh.
I want to say Batman and Robin there. Just the most. I was trying to think of the most aggressive with it.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. I would love to see that.
No.
There's definitely a way to see something where Spider-Man, I think the closest he's ever had to deal with somebody who doesn't give a shit is Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
But Carnage is not.
Yeah.
Carnage is not driven.
Yeah.
Bane is driven, and that's way more dangerous.
Yep. And people always forget how intelligent Bane is. It's not just brawn. I've always said Bane can match Batman move for move. The Venom is all right, but he's just as skilled. You know what I mean? And a lot of people forget that. Yeah, the Joker's a Joker, but the Joker's not as calculate. He's random. Bane literally did everything good, took down the Bat, and made minimal effort to do it. He exhausted. It's like the Ali and Foreman fight. He exhausted him to the point that when he got in, he was like, not much effort to break your back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So strategy for Spider-Man, probably do something like that. Throw all the villains at him, you know what I mean? And when Spider-Man's at his lowest, he was like, then take his mask off and goes, a kid? It's a kid? Oh, shit. Credit to you, man. Now you can't walk.
Word.
That would be the thing too. That's like in that moment you would think, oh yeah, you'll have some sympathy. It's a kid.
Huh?
This is what you guys been losing to. Like,
Psych. All right, so for me, this one, I'll let's see what you think. But Dr. Doom in Themyscira.
Oh. Huh.
I would like to see how he takes control over that place with his magic and his knowledge and all that stuff.
Wow. Huh.
Now, are you including Wonder Woman, or are you just including the Amazons who are on Themyscira?
We could include Wonder Woman. Or as in the murder words of Show. Exactly.
Dude, I would love to see what the lasso of truth makes Dr. Doom reveal. Because I don't really think Dr. Doom is ever deceitful. Like, I don't think he hides what he's trying to do.
Yeah, no.
Or at the very least, he wholeheartedly believes what he's doing.
Dr. Doom is 100% is like, I think his pure arrogance won't let him do that. Like, yo, I'm going to tell you what I do and what I believe in. There's nothing you can do about it because I'm Doom. When you refer to someone in the third person, you're not going to lie much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got levels of douche in you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I say it again, Doom could probably lead the world great. It's just the way he's going about it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants in Latveria, right?
Yeah, nobody works. Nobody has anything. Like, all the Doombots do everything. There's no crime. There's no poverty. Nobody really wants for anything. They just have to live under that specific rule.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all got through COVID lockdowns. Everybody fucking survived. So I mean, a little bit of rule over. Look at, yes, this is the land of the free, home of the brave. There's still rules we got to follow here. You can't just go out and do whatever the fuck you want,
unless you're Ezra Miller.
Oh my god!
And somehow we've gotten to the beginning of the podcast.
It's like a circle. It's not like a triangle. Triangle have corners. Word. Show.
I'm ready.
All right. Who we got?
But wait a minute.
What? I'm ready, but wait a minute.
It's the main event.
I'm gonna take Blade's favorite, and I'm probably gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna put the Punisher in Silver Surfer, so he could help Silver Surfer avenge the destruction of Cellular.
The destruction of Celia Cruz?
Damn it.
Abadero, güero, huepa, abadero, sano, guapa.
Okay, again, you
Let
just
your brother correct me.
You just took a character and just put him with the same people. But I like the idea of Frank Castle with cosmic powers.
It has happened. He was the cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Oh shit! I fucked up
No,
again.
you did it without knowing. It was the run was relatively short, but it was interesting.
And brief synopsis for that run. If you want to know why Thanos is fucked up, is because Frank Castle raised him.
Yeah,
Nice.
He was
So
supposed to go back in time and kill him. He couldn't do it. He wound up raising him.
so the belief system is different. Oh my
That's
god,
crazy.
that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Who would have thunk it?
All right.
You somehow did it without knowing it inadvertently.
Yeah.
It happens.
So, to really do the Punisher justice, this was my ode to you, Lay. I took the Punisher and I removed Batman and put the Punisher in Gotham with the Bat family.
Oh,
But I'm talking about Welcome Back Frank, Punisher Max, Punisher Ward journals, the dude who pulled the trigger no matter what.
mm-hmm.
Because I really wanted the Punisher to walk into Gotham and go, this place is fucked. I'm not dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
See Joker, bong.
Mm-hmm.
See Two-Face, bong. And I wanted, what do you call it? Tim and Dick to freak out because this shit is he's going too far to them. I want to see Commissioner Gordon and the police actually have a thing where shit, we have to stop him because he's helping the city, yes, but he's worse. His way of doing it is worse.
His justice isn't full.
I wanted Damian Wayne to finally understand that him being raised by Ra's al Ghul and all that shit isn't as fucking cool as he thinks it is.
Mm-hmm. And
I wanted Jason Todd, the guy who thinks Batman does it too light, to look out and go, oh no, I was wrong. Okay, so that's what happens when you actually pull the trigger on motherfuckers. Because I honestly want the whole comic to be, at the end of his run, Gotham is fucking cured. Because the Joker's dead, Two-Face is dead, Killer Croc's dead, everybody that can die, because Clayface he ain't gonna kill. But Clayface is sometimes good, sometimes bad. He's fine. Solomon Grundy's hard to kill. He don't ever come back. But anybody that can die. And Gotham finally becomes a better fucking place. And all it took was for Jason Todd's idea to actually be fucking put to use. And Frank Castle is the man to do it.
It's actually that makes perfect sense. You're like, yep. Makes absolute perfect sense. I would definitely do that. I've always wanted to see Nightwing in the Winter Soldier program.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you giving him a metal arm too?
No, but I want to see the way Dick is, right? With that training and the training that he has too, but with the mind control, but yet does his just good nature, not being a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Can it fight the programming? Is there a balance, or is it just taking over? And what kind of assassin does that make him? You know what I mean? Because clearly he's going to be the greatest acrobatic in Marvel when he arrives. That's no contest. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen, but exactly how does he go about it? Does he fight the program completely? Because Nightwing is two things. Loyal, yes. But also he believes in being a true leader, and to be a true leader, you can't be blindly loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So does he run with the system until he sees an opening, then leaves and starts doing right? Does he just run with the system because he feels the system is doing right by it? Like in this mind, he has a kill switch. And so, it doesn't matter. He's killing no matter what. And in a very elegant way, by the way. Let's remember, this is Nightwing. Everything is done beautifully. You're like, I didn't even see nobody slice a throat like that. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
He
Grace,
killed
right?
so good you could do open caskets for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, be like, look, you didn't even know he died.
Yeah.
He's in the room with him the whole time. So it's like that kind of nature is like, what is his conscience and his mindset? What happens in the mind more than just the physical stuff? And it would be great just to see him if he does get the metal arm. You know what I'm saying? And Nightwing as suit, that's more Nightwing than Winter Soldier, but still, you still get that tactical feeling to it. Just design of that alone would have me hyped. But that's the thing. That's what I would love to see. Honestly, the most charismatic, loved leader in all of DC in reality. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody ever goes dick is a dick.
Dude, in DC, even Superman had to acknowledge how much better Grayson is.
Yeah. So you get that guy into a program that turns you into a piece of shit. You know what I mean? A very lethal piece of shit, but a piece of shit nonetheless.
Yeah,
so I thought that was an interesting dynamic.
Dude, that'd be cool. I want so bad now a panel of one of his assassinations in an open casket, and they were like, "Oh, how'd you get the life insurance money? Didn't this dude, wasn't he assassinated?" And they were like, "Well, the coroner said it was such a good job, they ruled it as natural causes."
Yeah, between the acrobatics and the training, it'd be perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? And then again, he can also use that training and his social skills to infiltrate places. It'll be like a Black Widow, but a male version, but even more deadlier. I mean, like a male Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? In a sense.
Mm-hmm. It'll be that perfect combination right there.
Yeah, he's a presentable dude. You know what I mean? People like him. But the moment that switch is flipped, you know what I mean? That whole room is dead. And nobody knows what's happened until it's too late.
So, yeah. Shit, dude. Somebody in the Winter Soldier program without mental fucking baggage? That's...
Exactly. And he has absolutely none. He's just a lucky guy.
Yeah, facts. Dude, that's despite Bruce's best effort.
And he really continually tried.
Word. All right, you got another one, Ray?
I was trying to think of another one. I can't think of anything right now. I'm trying to see if I can think of another one that would want to flip.
I would like to see. Oh no, go ahead. I was just Mongrel in the War World in Asgard.
Okay.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always picks Darkseid. Everybody forgets he has a whole planet that's built for war. What's that was in? You bring it to a place where a bunch of warriors. It's gonna be some fun shit. You know what I mean? Should be some fun shit there.
Word.
Dude, I
want to see.
One if you don't have
I got one. I want to see Swamp Thing in between Wakanda and wherever Namor's from.
Talokan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see how he deals with it because he floods Wakanda and Wakanda goes after those. Like Swamp Thing is a god of the plants and shit. Yep. It's like fuck your vibranium. That'd be a third aspect right there.
That'd be pretty cool. Just to see how both cultures respect like deities. So just to see how they would react to him alone, they both might actually. Well, I mean, Namor doesn't respect anybody, but just to see the level of respect they might actually grant him, and how he might be able to move in between freely and broker some sort of peace. Mm-hmm. That might be a cool little concept.
Agreed.
Joe, you got one? Ray, you got one? You want it?
What if Samuel L. Jackson
Black
was Dr. Xavier? There you go.
What if Samuel Jackson was Dr. Xavier?
Yeah, the Samuel.
Professor X?
Correct.
All right.
If Samuel L. Jackson was Professor X.
Yeah, before we continue, sure, do you know the meaning of the word swap?
I am swapping. I'm swapping Professor X with him.
Then he would be still Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, you're technically changing. You're not swapping.
So basically, hold on, wait. I think I know what he's saying. If Nick Fury was running the X-Men,
there you, my nigga.
Okay. Okay.
With all due respect, we all don't speak so fluently.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to.
I got my
It's happening to me. I don't want to. I understood him earlier, but this one, you're on your own show.
You're on the next level of Shokan.
Right? I don't want to be here. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm getting there. I'm on some like I watched this way too much.
Yeah, he grows on you like a fungus.
Yeah, no, he grows on you like Swamp Thing, but the bad version.
Word.
You can't kill that piece of weed for some reason, but it's there.
All right, Show, tell us how that would work.
I wanted to see how Nick Fury would a group of mutants with no power. Exactly how he tries to confuse Eric. He tries to.
So Nick Fury doesn't have the power.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself.
Oh, so it's just Fury.
Who has the power? The mutants don't have no power, or Nick Fury don't have no power?
Nick Fury don't got no power.
Okay.
He got powers?
No. But when you said I want to see him with mutants with no powers, we got confused because the only people that have powers are mutants, and if they didn't have powers, they wouldn't be mutants anymore.
No, I wanted to see him control a group of mutants with power.
Okay.
With no power.
So I get what he's saying. That's an interesting concept of somebody without superhero powers or mutation. His Nick Fury's natural ability to lead and manipulate, because let's face it,
that's what it
is.
Yeah.
Manipulator.
That's what it is, yeah.
Because I guarantee you, Wolverine and X-Force would be a fucking group. Cyclops would be his own person. He'll have little sets of fucking people that he can move around like he's playing Risk.
I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, and trying to stop the Brotherhood of the Mutant. So it's not a bad idea. You're just gotta work on your presentation skills.
Yeah. You
didn't catch it.
I got it, but just you gotta fine tune it.
No, he presented it perfectly. I want to see a man control a bunch of mutants that have power with no power, and he got no power neither.
Yo,
but they got power.
See, you say that he presented it like UPS delivers a fucking package, where they're like, "No, we definitely knocked while you were home. You just never answered the door."
So I'm gonna side note that into. They said that I was at my door, about to step out. I'm over here on some, and then I get downstairs like, have anything for say my apartment number? Then we're on some. Yeah, I knocked. Bullshit. I literally stepped out of my door. I literally heard you leave. Like, come on, man. I ain't mad at you. I know you're just trying to leave and get done, but
give me my shit.
Yo, my man. I get it. You guys want to be done. You want to go.
Yeah.
Get another job.
Yo, UPS, FedEx, and the post office is gonna have us like Jerry Maguire, except we're just gonna be on the phone like, "Give me my package."
Absolutely. My favorite of all time is definitely FedEx. They don't even try to come upstairs. They're like, yo, we knocked. I'm looking at your truck from here, bro. You haven't stepped out yet.
They just circle the block
right now.
They circle the block and they go, yeah.
Like I remember once I almost missed my TV that way. It was about to bounce. I was like, yo, you got anything for apartment 43, bro? Hey, TV. You mind? He was like, let me see your ID. I was like, can I? Please? Fucking pricks. And he was about to bounce on me. I was like, oh, I know this is unusual.
You should have told him, bring him to the door. I'll show you.
Oh, man, that was the point, and he never made the effort.
No.
That's why I went to him.
So, real quick side note. I got an email. This is the shirt that is supposed to be delivered on Friday.
Uh-huh.
This is my shirt for the fucking event on Saturday. You guys see this?
Yep.
So there's proof now. It's documented.
But due to state law, you're gonna get fucked.
Dude,
It's
hold
called-
on. It's historical
It's a
documents, but
courtesy
when we
that
make
they
the movie of
reprinted
this, we're not going to use this.
Yeah, it's a courtesy for them to do right by me. A
Oh,
one-time
man.
courtesy they extended me, Lay. Yeah, we could see that the shirt came out fucked up, but as a one-time courtesy, we'll reprint it for you. Sure.
Yo, the saga
Taking my
continues,
money.
man.
Yeah, it's like as a one-time courtesy, can you tell me where you're located? Please, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo,
Motherfuckers.
watch that shirt arrive the minute you have to dip for the fucking show, bro.
Yo,
Watch.
imagine that. Like we're at the show and like the fucking shirt just arrived now. They just delivered it.
Now with FedEx, you gonna catch him going back to his truck. Yo, you got a package for me? Yep.
Nah. It says it's on your truck. Wait, what's your apartment? This one. Oh yeah, I just knocked. When?
You never getting that shirt, bro.
Yo, bro, I bought a catalytic converter for my Jeep. That shit is still on the truck. 7 years running.
We
Yo.
installed it on the truck, fool.
Oh,
They
man.
robbed it before they had a chance to rob it.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
Oh man, that's
we just gonna
that's-
take it anyway,
that's
so
good.
fuck it.
That's good. That's good.
It was like, Cala convert. Nah, we just gonna take it. Like, we
Yeah,
just gonna steal it anyway.
Oh, my God.
yeah. My homie Juan needed one of these.
Word, my truck ain't working properly. Good look.
Word, donated to the fucking FedEx cause.
Oh man, that's
Motherfucker.
good. That's good.
No, but yeah, how do you think the characters would be written by the opposite? What would it be called?
Writers?
No, but like
What?
company. There
That
you go.
sounded like Joe Biden again.
By the opposite company.
So, my biggest fear is especially with the Punisher in Gotham, that they're just going to make him Jason Todd.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm not going to say that the writers don't know Frank Castle and all that shit, because I don't know what their experience is, who they've written before, and what characters they've written. But let's go under the assumption of they just stuck with their own character base.
Mhm.
Jason Todd is the closest, so he'd either be Jason Todd or maybe Deathstroke.
Yeah,
That writing,
yeah.
where I think.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I also think like maybe Ghost Rider would just be less Ghost Rider and more just a wacky version of a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Judge with
issue
five
that comes with this. That it's like there's a lot of, in a perfect world we would have the same writers just make their way in. Like, no, we'll handle this. Just illustrate it in.
Like
Do
I don't want them to write Dick Grayson and assume he's like Tony Stark. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
that's it.
Right away, my first thing is like, oh, they're gonna make him Tony Stark. He goes, no. I'm saying he's everything possibly good about Tony Stark, but with that Captain America mindset in a sense. You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
that balance that
That goodness about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's genuine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But he can be as smooth as Tony, very charismatic. But I don't ever want them to make him an arrogant prick. That's not him. That's
Yeah.
Tony Stark. You know what I mean?
You think that they would write Dr. Doom the love interest of Wonder Woman? Like he would rule Namaskar and Wonder Woman would be his wife or to be by his side or some shit. Like he convinced Wonder Woman that the way he rules is the right way, and she just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm on your side, I'm with you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. First and foremost, I want to see the backstory of that shit.
Yeah, I want to see
I
how
just
we
wanna
get to
sit there.
that. Like,
I want to read. I don't want to read the rest of that comic book. I just want to read that shit, or the movie, or the show. I just want to sit back and go, "How the blue fuck did you convince an Amazon warrior who murders at the drop of a hat?" By the way, people forget she murders like there's no tomorrow. Wonder Woman has no quarrels about killing people. She has shanked Superman. She has gone to town on people. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how the fuck Doom got to that point.
yeah,
I also want to point out, because as much as show brings up She-Hulk, I just want to point out that Wonder Woman also has no qualms about, instead of just wishing her dead boyfriend back to life, let's just wish that I only see this guy as my dead boyfriend, but everybody else in the world sees the real guy.
Yeah.
Let's fuck up somebody else's life instead of doing the actual fucking logical conclusion to the wish. Just bring it back. You want to win a movie? Just bring it fucking back.
That might have been one of the weirdest things about a comic movie I've ever seen. I was like, so you're just gonna take this innocent dude's whole life away from him?
Yo, that's like those places where you're like,
how unpowerful is this thing?
To not bring up too much dramatic shit in one episode. That's like going into a restaurant and be like, let me get a chocolate shake, and they go okay, and they just put vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, here's your chocolate shake. I'm like, no, you can just get the fucking chocolate ice cream.
Wendy's.
Put it in the
Yo, I can see the ice cream from here. It's right there.
yo,
That's what fucking Wendy's does.
Look at it.
The chocolate frosty is a frozen chocolate milk.
yeah.
My God.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah,
So
I
just had the
just wanna see that.
flashback. Like,
Explain to me how he convinced Wonder Woman, who's strong-headed by herself.
oh gosh.
I want to see that dialogue. I don't care about anything else right now.
Oh,
How the hell did you do that? Because that's
here's a
next level.
question.
shit.
Here's a question. Are we going with the traditional Doom super glued his mask to his face? Or are we giving him the ability to remove his mask and his armor?
Exactly.
On that note,
Don't be taking my fucking answers.
Oh my God.
I
shit.
Sure. Just don't be proud of that answer, okay?
I guess he could remove his armor, because a part of me was like he would take his mask off.
Because I mean, it's a very different thing if Victor Von Doom can use all of his wit and the charm to seduce Wonder Woman versus Dr. Doom, who's only in the mask and the armor trying to do it. That's a little fucking more unrealistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can get behind, if he's gonna keep the armor on, I can get behind him making a convincing enough argument that Wonder Woman kind of serves underneath him without questions asked, as she's done to some of the gods sometimes.
Yeah.
I can get that. But a romantic thing, I think he has to be able to take off the mask.
Yeah. Dude, he could always tell her, be like, nah, I'm not a man. I'm the magic man. And she will be like, oh my God.
I'm not a man. I'm the magic man. He's Magic Johnson.
The magic man.
Tell who's writing this?
Show was writing this, apparently.
This guy right here in the fucking screen.
My God. My God.
Yo, before we go, I got one more here. I want to see what it'd be like if we took Wolverine and just swapped him with Cyclops and made Wolverine the leader of the X-Men and the love interest to Jean Grey. Mind blowing.
Yeah, mind blowing. Mind blowing. And then we just kill Cyclops.
No, Cyclops lives.
No, that's the perfect scenario right there.
No, Cyclops shoots
And he
lasers
stays
out of his
dead.
knuckles
Yeah, there you go.
instead of his eyes.
Wolverine has
Shoot it out of
claws
his
coming
knuckles?
out of his face, and Cyclops has the fucking lasers out of his knuckles.
So I got it. I want Space Ghost, all right, to go against the galaxies of the galaxies versus the Toretto family versus
Genius.
Sharknado.
Oh, you have me at Sharknado.
While they're on the moon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But at
Yo.
the end of the day,
Oh,
weapon.
no, go ahead. I had an idea.
At the end of the day, it's all about family.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
The
right.
only way to
Yep.
truly stop a Sharknado is with a space ghost and family.
There you go.
That's right. Yo, so my last idea, this is a realistic one. Blue Marvel
Wait,
in The
time
Watchmen.
out. The fuck you talking about? You disrespect my shit like that, bro?
No, I was
legit.
disrespecting
That came from the
show shit.
heart.
I was
That came from
disrespecting
here.
show shit.
You know what else comes from here? Family.
Yeah,
Right
that's true.
Right here.
That's true.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Blue Marvel in The Watchmen.
Ooh.
It's good.
Yo, so did you put? Well, you probably didn't put this much thought into it, but did you put him to go toe to toe with Dr. Manhattan or Ozymandias?
Exactly.
You put
No, but it would. Well, if he's gonna be in the movie and we're going off of the movies line, then yeah, we are Ozymandias.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
I like those little intellectual battles that you put today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a fan of that. I like that. Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see a purely like intellectual battle comic like that.
Like
I
the
think
one
that
I
would
would
be cool as shit, but
always I wanted to see was Vandal Savage versus the Red Skull. Because I've always felt the Red Skull's ambition matches a lot of people's, but Vandal Savage has so many years of experience. But the Red Skull would somehow, in his conniving and douchebaggy way, pull off a win, but you can't really kill Vandal Savage. You can just prolong something from happening. You know what I mean?
yo, I would love to see Vandal talking with Red Skull, Johan, and just be like, all this shit that Red Skull's spewing about Hydra and the neo-Nazi movement, all that bullshit. And Vandal, with his years and centuries of knowledge, just looking at him going, what the fuck are you talking about? There's literally no difference. You are talking the biggest bullshit ever. I've been around people since people have been people. Like, there's no fucking difference,
Like
bro.
literally, wasn't he like a Neanderthal or some shit?
Yeah.
That was
Just looking at him on some. Are you done? I mean, listen, I'm gonna live past this, but I don't got time to waste with this shit.
that would be the best line of it too. Like,
I got time for waste with you, man. It's always that. Is there anybody in Marvel like Randall?
That like an everlasting thing.
They're still immortal.
No, I mean that we gotta be very. I think the closest thing that you get to him is maybe like Doctor Doom. In terms of not power set or that, but just the standing and stature and knowledge and ability to get shit done.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's a 1-for-1.
Yeah. I've always wanted to see the intellectual dialogue between someone like Reed Richards and a Vandal Savage or somebody, I don't know, two people that are intelligently equal and you just have a moment where they're connecting. Not snarky, not anything. They're just on some, they're understanding each other. You know what I mean? It's like they come up with ideas like, no, I see where you're coming from, but I think it's a better idea. And it's not about ego. It's about bettering the situation. You know what I mean?
That's all we need is just a round table of all the intellectual minds just to see.
That I want that, and it's productive. It's not antagonistic. It's not sarcastic. It's literally them like the best minds in the world together, and we're trying to come up with the best solution. And nobody's trying to outdo everybody. They're just trying to work together to a goal.
Then you have a random Deadpool pop in, like, you guys done?
So it would kind of be like
out, not you.
So it would kind of like be a debate and shit, because I could see where the dude from the Watchmen, what'd you call him, Cap?
Asmandian.
Like Asmandian saying his plan.
Asmandian, I love that name.
Yes, Asmandian is saying his plan to like a Professor Xavier, and Xavier going, yeah, what you would do would cause peace, but it would also cause the death of millions, and we can't sacrifice millions for peace. There has to be a better way, type shit.
Yeah.
Because that was like, logically this works, and then Reed Richards goes, yeah, but mathematically this doesn't work, because when they find out that you did this shit, they're gonna just corrupt again. Or Thanos sits there and goes, yeah, but that's population control, and once we reach another set of population control, they're just gonna go back to the way they were.
Yeah. I would love to see Sinister and Reed Richards talking, because Sinister is a biological genius. He literally spent his whole life.
He was trying to duplicate.
The mutants, and I want Reed Richards to tell him, I see what you're going for, but the way you're going about it might be wrong. There's safer ways to do it. Your extreme measures might be more harmful than doing good to your research. And kind of like not point him in the right direction, but let them know you don't have to dissect everything. You can literally just ask, like, yo, all I'm trying to do is better us as a mutant race, as people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then again, it's like we say, Reed Richards is disconnected from the world because he's on that level of genius. You know what I mean? It's everybody around him that brings him down. So I don't know if it'd be an ego thing at that point, or it'll just be like the little bit of humanity that I think Reed Richards has. It'll be kicking him like, all right, you're a bit much, bro. I'm something, but you're a little much, bro.
Yeah,
you just gave me an idea.
Yeah,
the whole thing with Reed and Ozymandias, I could definitely see Ozymandias giving his plan out and Reed doing the math and accidentally figuring out a way to make his plan work 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And Ozymandias sits there going, "That's all I need you for. Thank you."
Yep.
And then doing it, and Reed is like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's what that would turn into. If a League of the Minds, they'll come up with someone being like, oh, okay, I just doing it the whole way they were ruins everything now.
That's where that lack of social cues comes in from Reed. He's like, I'm just doing the work. I don't know what's in the comp. I'm just doing the work because that's what I do. My brain right away does the work. And he's like, shit, that actually worked. Thanks, man. We go now.
Yeah, but you know what the crazy shit is, though? This is why the more you watch it, the more I respect Rorschach, is because you have a genius, and then the person who literally knows everything in Dr. Manhattan, and he goes, you're right. And Rorschach's the only one going, you do know that there's more ways to get to 5, like 2 + 3 = 5, but 1 + 4 = 5. Can we figure out another problem besides killing millions of people? Yeah. You know, like you found one solution and instantly did it. Like, you know, the light bulb evolved from a fucking big ass giant resistor that uses heat to emulate light to an LED light that doesn't use that much energy. Like, can we just, like, workshop this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
finding the alternative.
Yeah, like the dumbest person in the room is like, wait, let's question this more. This is science, right? Science is like, let's question this. Let's test the theory out before we start, fucking putting the serum in humans. Now, you just done skipped the whole test process. You killed millions of people. Now we're supposed to be in peace. That don't work that way. We tried that shit. Hiroshima. Anybody thought of that one? No?
But I don't think, no, where were they? In the Vietnam War doing that?
I think so. In Watchmen.
Yeah, Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Because the comedian was one of the soldiers in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't in the movie enough, but
But that would be something. I like the more nuance of the story than just the action, because we could watch movies for action, but when you get to the point like in Guardians of the Galaxy, where this dude was like, I'm trying to perfect people, and it's like, you're not perfecting people, you just don't like the way this shit is. And then you see the whole dynamic of this shit, and I like that in some movies.
That scene where he's going after Rocket and like, how the fuck did you know? How did something I couldn't perfect be smart enough to know something I should have caught?
Yep. And
that whole dynamic is proof positive that there is no such thing as perfection.
Yep.
Because you could never put what Rocket had into the aesthetically perfect
Yeah.
thing. And then once Rocket got to himself, he was already what you should have done.
Yeah.
Like the High Evolutionary never saw Rocket past number 947 or 94, whatever the fuck number he was. Which is funny. That's the greatest irony. Is the High Evolutionary was never able to evolve his view on Rocket.
Well, you know why? This is why. Rocket did the one thing that no other species that the High Evolutionary evolved did. And that was ask questions. Because how can you learn without asking questions? Because Rocket was sitting there, what's that? That's a rocket ship going in outer space. What space? He's developing that shit to learn.
Yeah, he's trying to create thoughts now. He's trying to become
because those
more in
things
tune.
can solve that problem in 1.9 minutes. But you didn't program them to ask questions or ask why does this shit need to be done so fast?
No.
Yeah.
It's the imperfection of ignorance which leads to the perfection of knowledge. Does it make sense?
Nope.
Damn, is that a book?
Because you start out stupid to get smart. You don't start out smart to get smart. It's like in the Forbidden Kingdom. Empty your cup if you want to learn this shit. You program this shit to be smart. Why does it need to learn anything? You think you're the smartest person in the room. That's why you can't tell that those fucking pipes are too damn small.
Yeah. Or smartest person in the room, and you wind up telling the one person, hey, this is the easiest way we can stop you.
My man
One
over
word
here can
for
make
Black
one
Bolt.
sound and disintegrate you. With what mouth?
I'm like, yo, soccer mom just fucked all you guys up.
She had no socks on
either.
either.
Kmart pissed that didn't have a sale and fuck all of you people.
Word with no shoes on.
Yo, she was just tired of hearing that ice cream
Mom
song.
jeans, you motherfuckers.
Word.
She was tired of hearing that ice cream song, man.
Yeah, word.
I drove her nuts.
Bitch went to Walmart the day before they had a restock, and there was no juice for the kids. It was over.
Everybody died.
We restock on Tuesday. Just relax.
Yeah, we'll get the Capri Sun on Tuesday.
That's the ultimate walk in. Let me speak to your manager.
Yes, absolutely. We spoke to managers. Multiple.
Dude, I so badly want to rewatch that movie, right? With a different viewpoint, without the lens of my past experience. But I know myself. I know for a fact that a cosmic being with cosmic powers is going to get hit with a rock and die. See, that's what happened to Monica Rambeau. A statue fell on her. Done.
Yeah, but
Cosmic fucking infinite power.
you didn't know that statue was made from a dying star.
Well, no, but it makes sense. It makes sense because paper covers rock. Rock kills
Cosmic.
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel beats scissors.
Yeah.
Scissors cuts paper.
It's cosmic paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah. Cosmic paper, rock, scissors.
Family.
Yeah.
Family. Don't forget family.
Got it. So this is cosmic, and then just go.
Yeah.
I was gonna work. Then it's just that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
the rock has to fall on you to kill you.
Yeah.
So it falls on cosmic, kills.
Yep.
Not
It
the
would've
rest
been
of
better.
cosmic, because if you're watching, we're not talking about you. We're talking about cosmic energy.
Although cosmic can probably break rocks anyway. So
There you go. That's true.
I got a question for Cap. So, Ask Manda, is that a girl? Oh shit!
have you ever seen the Watchmen movie, Joe?
That movie doesn't have a black daughter.
I'm gonna say no. He never seen it. But I just love how we just went 20 minutes without talking about it. He said, I have a question I've been dying to ask y'all. Ask Manda, is that a girl?
I've been holding that shit for 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
He is not a girl. He is a man.
He is a
How's
boy,
Manda?
Damon.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we don't know yet because he can identify as whatever he wants nowadays. So
These moments are beautiful.
But yeah, he's supposed to be.
I live for these little moments.
Oh, man,
This little moment right here. This little moment right here is happiness.
Yes.
This moment right here.
Oh, shit, I'm crying, son.
It's funny because then he doesn't say his real name. He goes as Mandy and as. Like the way I said it. I was like, what?
Because, yo, out of that whole conversation, all he heard was ass and my mama's titties.
Man. Ass Manda. That's what I heard.
He said, it sound like Amanda. That got to be a girl.
Word. Manda got the biggest ass in this movie. That's it.
Holy fuck balls. That was completely worth it. Holy fuck balls.
Sure.
Yeah, he was
Do
serious, too.
you have a legitimate question?
To his standards, not to your standards.
Everything you said, everything you guys explained perfectly. So it was dope.
Yo, I don't know why. I
You
felt
do
like
know
Joe
that
was about to be like, no, I don't have any questions. Everything you explained to me was correct.
Okay, I got one. I can't. Seriously. All right. End scene. That's not going to work either. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the clip for tomorrow. Just fucking us all down.
Yeah, just. All right. Oh my god.
I can see Show's a lawyer. Be like, Your Honor, no more questions. This witness was correct in everything she stated.
The evidence proves it.
That's it. We're entering a guilty plea right now. These people need to go home. They deserve to go home. You too. I don't even like you. You need to go home too. Get out of here.
But before we go, is my client on trial here? Or is this is someone else on trial? I don't know.
Was this even our case?
Like, Show would literally show up like, Your Honor, I got the first witness will be on the stand. And Show's first question would be like, so, is it possible that somebody else in this world did this crime? Don't point at my client. Is it possible that anybody else could have done this? Because if it is, we don't need to be in here.
Do you have video of this?
Oh my god.
Not guilty.
Oh my god.
Show would be like, so would you say that my clients were walking away from you when they entered the sack of studs? Were they walking towards you?
No, dude, you give a Show too much credit. He'd be the stuttering motherfucker.
Mr. Chipman. What color are my client's eyes?
Oh my god.
Blue and hazel green. No more questions.
Two youths.
What?
What?
What is a youth?
My favorite part of that whole movie is he's like, yo, nah, keep me in jail. I might get a good night's sleep.
Yep. That one of my favorites to this day, man.
Not my Mrs. Riley, and only Mrs. Riley. How many fingers am I holding up now? I shot the clerk. Wait a minute. We stole some tuna fish. What the fuck happened? What the fuck?
Yo, that reminds me of that Bill Barr.
My screen went black.
Oh shit, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
That reminds me of that Bill Barr joke where he's like, "Oh no, you're with a girl," and she's like, "Stop it, stop playing." And then he's like, "You sit in court," and they read it with no fucking emotion. He's like, "She just said, stop it, stop playing around." She's like, "She didn't say it that way. I'm not reading it right."
There's no content to it. You gotta say it the right way. Tell me how you said it. Oh yeah, that's right. That's It's weird now. So before show, bless us with whatever that was, and I appreciate it. Make no mistake. I just want to state for the record, I love the show. Don't ever change.
You know,
Ever.
I love you.
And if you do, I will beat you back into the person you were before. Don't change.
you know,
I swear to God, I will stomp you right back into the original show. So anyway, the X-Men fighting the Justice League villains.
The Legion of Doom.
Yeah. Saying Darkseid, Mazo. Let's do the Legion of Doom, which is always to this day I think that's a horrible name for a group.
Yeah, I just keep thinking of Hawk and Animal.
Marketing is not good for it. Yeah. They're in the swamps. Swamp Thing is over, done. But anyway, yeah.
Dude, you know what's always funny about that? The fucking narrator. He's always like, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, as if he's telling the story. Is like, well, these guys were doing this, and then these guys were over here just do like. There's no fucking difference between how can we help the world today and how we're gonna fuck this up.
Yeah. There's no change of emotion. Just
at least that's what I'm saying. At least change your emotion. Be happy about the other side, the Hall of Justice.
he was like, "No, I ain't get paid enough. These guys were doing this shit while they were doing this."
This is true. I can't blame him for that one. Yeah.
I got one more, which I think would be funny. If we take Cosmo,
okay,
and swap out Crypto for Cosmo, but in the DC world, animals don't talk out loud.
Oh,
Cosmo still has the fucking telepath nature, so Clark is understanding her, and the whole time people are like, dude, you're just wow, you talk to your dog, that's amazing. And he's like, can nobody else hear her? She's speaking English with a Russian accent, and everybody's like,
a bad dog.
Lois is like, Clark, I think we need to get you help. And then he's just yelling. He's like, shut up, Cosmo. God damn.
Turns into Dr. Doolittle.
My thing is the Russian accent. You know what I'm saying? She said, this is a little low-key racist, right? Nobody else is catching that part. I know Batman would be like, I believe him. Why? Because I know everything. You're an asshole. Somebody said that Batman one day. He said, you're an asshole. Just walk away.
Yeah, but that'd be something. The fucking Batman, like, I believe him. Why? The dog's wearing a spacesuit. Do you think it doesn't have telepathic powers?
Yo,
take the fucking spacesuit off the dog, and I wouldn't believe it. But the dog is literally in a spacesuit. He never leaves the spacesuit. How does it pee?
Well, everybody knows that spacesuits have filtration systems for that.
Yes. Now, Show, you want to ask the question of what sex is Cosmo?
What sex is Cosmo? I'm glad you speak my language.
So originally in the comics, male. Originally in real life, the dog they put up into space, the Russians, was female. So therefore, in the movie, it was female. It was a nod to the original dog and not the actual comic. For anybody who's wondering why they put Cosmo as a female voice, that's why. They went off of the real life fucking dog and not the comic who was based on the real life fucking dog.
So what you're saying is they can tell us that the dog's female because in real life we sent the dog to outer space, but they can't tell us why a fucking giant head and hand is coming out the ocean.
Exactly.
But wait, none of that was in the movie. That's all.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Yo, I would love to try my best to become a writer for fucking Marvel. That way I can write the scene where how come nobody's talking about the giant hand in the ocean and they pan over and there's just a big fucking tent over it. And now nobody's talking about the big tent that's covering up something in the middle of the fucking ocean.
No, you know what it is? This is what it is. How come no one's talking about the big hand in the ocean? and you got the fucking village people on top of it. YMCA, it will not give it to you. YMCA, and it's they're just making music videos out of it.
Dude, how pissed would you be if that was they're like, yo, watch this movie. The end credit scene finally reveals what happened to the fucking the hand in the middle of the ocean, and they cut to it, and it's just the village people doing a fucking young man. You thought we'd really answer? We said no, man. It's just out here for free. I said, they're just singing about how we're never gonna fucking answer that shit.
Well,
that would be a fun.
yeah, as long as they don't do another fucking scene from the Rogers play. I can do this all day.
I'm telling you, they should have had Yelena in the crowd with the "what the fuck am I watching" face.
Uh-huh.
Either I would have accepted that, or I would have accepted her fully 100% into it,
crying
because she's never seen a fucking play before, and her whole life was a fucking lie.
That would have been even funnier. Just like
I just wanted to hear her go. I'm glad my sister's dead not to see this.
that would have also been acceptable. Just like
Awesome. She died at the right time.
That girl was not Natasha.
Hawkeye was awesome. What? The fuck did you guys get this information from? I was there. So happy I'm partially deaf now.
Didn't he do that? Didn't he take out his earpiece during the show?
Yeah.
He was on he said. His family was like, huh? He was like, no. I hate this fucking thing.
I like how they had Ant-Man in there, but for some reason they didn't cast anybody who looked like Scott Lang. They cast actually somebody who looked like the new fucking Adam from DC.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think you guys realize what he looks like. But everybody thinks he's Spider-Man, remember?
Thanks a lot, Spider-Man.
I mean, that's what he said. Okay.
Which is funny because
came out of cake making retirement. It's like, no wonder you went into retirement, bro. That's
horrible cake. Just no.
I mean, but who goes to Carvel for a cake that's not ice cream? I didn't even know they made regular cakes at Carvel that wasn't ice cream.
I don't
Carvel
think
is an ice cream shop. Like, you don't go to Starbucks for pizza.
Wait, is it confirmed that he just had a regular cake?
Yeah,
they cut it a regular cake.
Vanilla cake.
Yeah. Because like, how do you fuck up an ice cream cake? It's ice cream.
Well,
and I don't know if you know this,
flavors in
but
there.
Carvel has two shapes: the whale and the football, and they just fucking turn them in the different directions and paint them different. That's how they got a duck and a fucking goose.
Yo,
you know?
Can anybody name what the fucking octopus's name is?
Henry. Joe, you should know this. Who is the octopus a girl?
So you're thinking of Fudgy the whale is the one that they just flipped the thing.
Yeah.
But the octopus one does have a name. This is what they refer to.
What the fuck is it? That's an octopus?
No, but that's what everybody fucking calls the octopus one.
Cone nose?
Oh, you're gonna laugh at this. Cookie puss.
Cookie puss?
Yeah.
All right.
She was a great stripper in Atlanta, man. I love her.
Cookie puss and octopusy were just a duo.
Coming to the stage, Cookie Puss. Boom, 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 boom.
You know, I'm surprised show lasted with us the entire fucking show.
And I
Yeah.
would have gotten it, but I
Yeah.
walked in
I
recently.
mean, first of all, his MVP answers. First of all, just
Yeah.
remember that will go down in the annals of time.
Yo, and it's just
They were awesome.
such intriguing questions, man.
Yo, I
Holy
would have
shit,
never
guys.
in my life thought to put Storm in Wakanda. Never.
Word.
Neither.
You got to think about this.
I mean,
from somebody that doesn't know.
damned be the comics that they did before that. Damn them all. Show's idea was original, and it was
To
fresh.
give Punisher cosmic
Like, creepy.
powers? Like, come on.
I mean, shit, awesome. But as Mandian,
Oh,
that
man.
was the clutch.
That's what we needed.
Wait, damn, you know what I just thought about now?
I mean-
Just because the writers would probably fuck it up. They'll probably get Judge Dredd a fucking morpher. With the one I said earlier. Give Judge his own Power
Yep.
Ranger morpher. Like, nope. So wait, how do I shoot this? You don't. I say what?
Yeah,
The fuck
What would he
outta-
morph into?
I just
Like, what's
That-
the
that
lamest
symbol.
dinosaur?
That symbol.
Morphin time. The Dilophosaurus.
Asmantian.
And it all ties.
my thing is, here's my thing is when you morph right as a Power Ranger, and then you automatically do not like your color. Can you change it?
You've been chosen.
You're
That's
screwed.
it. You're screwed.
This is not a power ring. I don't think it works that way. You know, yo, give me the blue one and you take the green one. No, I don't know. I don't like green.
Well, you're gonna be acting for the
You know what I'm saying?
manager.
Like, can you like what if the guy feels like a they and they're like, can I have the skirt? I like pink.
Right?
I want to feel pretty.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Is it can you swap it or is like Zordon like no? I'm just saying.
Dude,
You know,
I feel like
again,
somebody should look into this.
that never happened because they literally just stuck each race with their own color. That's why if Jose
Yes,
was
they did.
ever a Power Ranger, you'd get it's Morphin time, Brown Ranger.
Tulapa.
Or possibly
Yeah.
orange.
10.
Like, yo,
I remember, yo, the Yellow Ranger and the Black Ranger. I was like, yo, can you be on the nose anymore? And openly
Yeah.
racist, especially not the black, especially the
Yeah.
Yellow Ranger. I was on some. Tell me, you
Yeah.
were not doing that. Somebody heard Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA, the yellow man. I was like, no, you didn't do that.
I'm telling you now, the Mexican Ranger would be avocado.
Oh my god.
either that or he's like,
What's the
forma,
green?
coqui, and it's just a little little
There you
fucking
go.
frog.
There you go. Yo, for a long time, I thought Jason was supposed to be Mexican. Oh, he's red. That's good. I mean, we got all the races here, so let's cover the whole field. I looked them up. I go, Austin? That nigga Mexican. He's
Good
got a
word.
tag. You know who I knew was white?
Oh
Tommy.
yeah.
No denying that
Yo,
whiteness.
oh,
Rest his soul.
they really didn't
Yeah,
care when
man.
you just started making him say the color and power. Like Red Ranger power. It's like, Tommy,
Mhm.
don't say it.
I'm like, and then you turn to Santeria. God bless us. God bless. How do you change your wardrobe once your color changes? That's what their overhaul is like that.
Yeah.
One day all green, next day all white. I'm like, where did you get that? What sale was that? It can't be a department store. Everything's been ruined by the Zords.
I can just see it now.
They
The
hide
first time-
the suit and the belt.
Yeah, the first time he tried on the White Ranger costume, he went up to Zordon. I was like, "Hey, Zordon, where's the helmet? I have just this hood here." Zordon was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
That was for another project. I'll get you the helmet.
Oh my
that
God,
was
I
for
go,
my
by the
Deep
way,
South Rangers."
my Zord talk, my sword talks. This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't own this.
You know what I love?
He should do his own thing, didn't it? Feel like
What I always figured out was like, how does a sword hit a person and spark? Like every time he hits something, pew, pew,
Again,
spark.
this
in
is
place too, by the way. The chest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You imagine that shit malfunctioning and shooting the other way?
Yeah, shit.
Shit off, get the shit off. It's kind of tight, bro. You're just gonna have to burn for a little bit. We still gotta get the shot.
Yo, and it didn't matter how they got hit. They just always like up and to the left.
Mm-hmm.
My man, wow.
My favorite thing is at no point when they're calling the Zords does anybody attack. You don't step on them. You don't do anything like yo. Just step on them, bro. You got the advantage,
Dude. That's such a great point because they're like, "Hey, we gotta call the Zords." All right, like an Uber, we got 15 minutes as it's running from wherever the fuck it is miles away. Just...
No one is in a rush. Like they're morphing. Y'all could have just finished them off. Like,
and the Zords never run over anybody. They don't kill any innocent bystander. No collateral damage as you're going.
Yeah,
oh no, there is a bunch of collateral damage. They just never say. They never say anything.
And the best thing. And where are they? They're in like California or some shit?
Apparently, it's Angel Grove.
Yeah, Angel Grove is California.
The best part is no one has a gun. Like there's no bystander that's like, oh well, fuck these putties. Everybody's running. I mean, shit. But Rita never found out that there was guns.
They never went to Texas. In Texas, that'd have been a different story. The good guys with the guns would have fucking showed up.
They whooped me out of my vehicle, so I pulled out my pistols and said, on them. And they didn't want to come back here. They went back to California with them tans and all them avocados over there.
Shit. You just sit there and go. Okay, so you're telling me those 5 kids there aren't the 5 people that we saw over there? It's not them?
same colors and all, but no.
That you stopped wearing green yesterday, bro. Come on, man.
You guys,
we all can't be that stupid. Not all of us. We all go to high school.
You guys are overlooking. They said each other's names in the suit.
Yeah.
Tommy, no. Jason. Like, wait a minute. Didn't Tommy just wear that blue suit and he ran in the direction of the You a ranger, nigga?
And another thing is they would fight the putty in the regular outfits.
And then morph 2 seconds later.
I'm like,
no one saw this?
Nobody else is fighting the putties. Even when it got easier, when you punch them in the chest and they break apart, nobody decided to just throw hands on one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dude, can you imagine in real life if a whole bunch of people started attacking and then you saw just 5 people show up and do the easiest thing and win? Wouldn't that instantly turn on like, oh, that's all we got to do? Fuck that. That's it. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to make you obsolete. I'm going to go whoop some ass right now. Give me a second.
Word.
I'll start waiting for them dudes on some. They won't show up eventually. It's always this park, by the way. They always show up to this park.
Yep.
He's got just lay in the corner doing some push-ups, getting ready.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm on some they're gonna drop in this park, and then those 5 people are gonna come over here and not morph into the Power Rangers.
Lay's gonna help the Power Rangers, and they're gonna morph. He goes, I don't know what's going on, but lay time.
I'm gonna AJ Styles the shit out of this right now. Yeah. I'm gonna do it my way.
Word. He's gonna become One Punch Man. Just walk up the parties and pow, done.
Exactly. That's it. He goes, yo. Now that he changed, good luck with that. I did my work.
Yeah, I can't fuck with the Giants.
Now I'm gonna go past my class because you're gonna kill both my parents right now.
Yeah.
My dad works in that office, so A's all around.
That's where you turn around and be like, yo, I kicked all these motherfuckers' asses. The least you can do is kick that one guy. Go get that one guy. I kicked all these motherfuckers' ass.
I want to go back. Just to let you know, bro, you could step on them before they call the Zords. I don't know if you can hear me, but it upsets me because it's really simple. You could have won this battle.
But then you see the one dude, the one Dominican dude in a Honda Civic just driving past the Zords. I got you all fucking throwing fucking batteries at the giant and shit.
Playing the bandoleros on some family.
Here comes Dom, the Dom Ranger.
Yeah. Every time Rita shows up, you're like, Basuda's here again. You're like, why do you keep calling her that? Like, the bitch came out of a trash can.
It's true. It's true. Just because it was gold doesn't mean it wasn't a trash can.
Word.
By the way, that that trap sucked. It's like 10,000 years. I don't think that was long enough.
Yeah. And somebody just sneezed on it and it fucking
Yeah, all they had to do
unsprung?
was take it out of the ground. It's like, wait, no one searched for this shit? Like,
I like the way that they leave stuff like that, like just unguarded.
Yeah.
Some random idiot goes, "My bad." Well, thanks, asshole. People are gonna die now.
Do not flip switch. Chink. I wonder what that does.
oh, whoops.
Same thing with that. Same thing happened with Black Adam. I just wish nobody would open that coffin, but it happened.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
The hierarchy of power has changed.
that's right.
It's a failure. Sorry.
Everybody with Asmandia, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace out.